Hello, welcome back to AnyBuddies podcast. I know we skipped a week, but we thought we'd do something else for a change. But we're back, usual stuff, usual pod. Um, if you guys would like, I could start out with something real quick.
Yeah.
Ease us into it.
I don't know what you're preparing, but hey, go for
Nothing
it,
much.
King.
Just an update, general update for the viewers. Drake's doing well. He just graduated the other day. Um, he does have a phone and whatnot, so a wee bit of correspondence. Uh, so yeah, that's the update for him, really.
That's
Nothing
it?
interesting. I mean, that's about it. I mean,
You didn't talk to him at all, or
very little. I don't really know what to say. It's
What
very
did you-
awkward to me. Like, what am I
did
supposed to
you
talk
think
about?
the pod?
He said he liked it. I mean, I doubt he watched a lot of it. He said he liked that we were playing Halo. Said he liked that.
so he likes the direction that we're pushing the channel in?
I mean, I can't speak on how much you'd watched. He only commented on the first episode we did. So he's a busy guy. He probably doesn't have the time to watch several hour-long podcasts.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
So what's going on with you guys?
I'm not in his position.
We're doing a wee bit of driving practice today. Nothing too big. Got some sheets. Love sheets.
I'll let John go first before me.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Why are you doing that to me? That's not cool. I ain't asked to go first.
It's not like I'm asking you to go first either.
Now you're telling me to go first.
Well, yeah, because okay,
you're
you're
not
next in
asking
line,
anymore.
buddy. Yeah, you're next in line, buddy. You know what they say, you gotta say best for last.
Oh, okay. Damn, booshed.
I can't wait for Josh to be like, I didn't really do anything today. What did I do today? I took my sister back on a hour and a half drive back home. We hated that. My ass is blind in the dark, so driving over 3 mountains was really scary. Smile. That's it, man. I've just been driving. I did laundry. I did average Joe shit today. I didn't do anything.
Normie stuff.
So brothers have just been driving. Okay.
I
just been driving.
I got what's supposed to be apple pie flavored pecans. It kind of slapped.
Oh my god, I didn't know you were gonna go in that direction. I'm sorry for assuming things.
What, you thought I'd say they suck?
No, I thought you were gonna say apple pie flavored peacock.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but I was like, he said P, and he started the C, and I was like peacock. But
apple
hey,
pie flavored. Yeah,
apple pie flavored peacock.
I'm actually incredibly rich. I've stumbled upon a large wealth, so I had a peacock with apple pie. Yes, of course, indubitably.
Well, peacocks are very like.
And I was peeing my cock as well.
Yeah, that one. Peacocks are actually rather common around here. You know that,
Yeah.
right?
I've never.
No,
seen
I'm not
one.
even joking. No, I'm not even joking. People have them as pets.
Well, that doesn't mean they're common around here. They're invasive species.
No, I'm not even kidding.
True.
They have them as pets because they act just like guineas.
Well, that doesn't make them common. People have them as pets. That's not what makes them. That doesn't make them common.
Okay, buddy.
Common means I'd see one, and I haven't seen one. You're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Up your ass.
I'm sorry. You haven't seen a peacock. I've seen a peacock.
Oh, okay, big guy. So you see plenty.
You heard it here, folks. Josh is an avid cock watcher.
Ooh, hey, you guys want to analyze something for me?
For you, no.
So, all right. Well, my phone's over there. So I might put this in the I might give you the image later, but I did one of those tests or whatever, right? Like the very how do I
the autism test?
No, I already did that. I'm not autistic.
Yet.
But I did. All right, jerk off. You're 4 seconds away from me coming over there.
Huh?
You heard me. All right, so basically, I did one of those tests, right? And because I was curious, right? As all people are, and the test was like the one you see everybody do on the how do I put this? I had to go to a website called bdsmtest.com.
Yes. The one critical
What was the
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
So I was like,
The
I
what,
wanted
what?
to see. I wanted to see where I landed, right? Do you guys want to see my results?
Yes. Now I'm
Okay.
actually curious.
All right. Well, let me grab my phone.
I don't like that
really
Tyler
quickly.
didn't answer that. Actually, hold on. Wait, maybe I don't.
Tyler, do you want to see my results?
Not particularly, but it seems John's really interested in knowing your sexual proclivities, which I think is something
Okay,
you should keep
buddy.
to
all
yourself.
right. Well,
No, I
John really
think
wants
like
to know, how much
Well,
you
I
like to be
think me-
tied up and whatnot.
no. It's
I gotta
not
be
just
careful.
about no. Okay, the thing is it's not all just about BDSM. Okay, it covers like other topics. All right, like and yet again, do you want me to send this in the Discord, or would you rather I send this in the
Yeah, send it in the Discord if you
What?
want it in the podcast. If you don't want it in the podcast, then yeah, just send it to the group chat.
I'll send it in the group chat. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me grab my phone.
Nah, put it in the podcast. Put it in the
I know
podcast.
this is
Come on.
rather unprofessional, but I had my phone on the charger, so apologies. But there were a lot of questions that I just couldn't like answer.
Because he has no
so-
sexual experience, ladies. You could be the first.
Oh,
one.
whoa! You don't need to air me out like this.
You could help him discover what the answers are.
You could
You
really
know,
A
help
low
him out.
time fee of $7.99 a month.
And so the way that this works is that it takes individual point values from questions that you answer, and basically puts them, toward a certain, let's say, genre, if you will. But
Fetish,
yeah,
more so.
you could kind of see where I landed.
Yeah, she's very submissive.
Hold on.
He's a switch. He's very vanilla though.
Yeah, I am.
He has pretty high prey animal. Pretty high. Brat.
What?
Not,
Whoa. What's the one below that?
What?
Below Brat.
I don't know what.
Where?
Oh, that just
yeah,
means
that one.
Yeah, rigger.
Yeah,
that means they
I
like
can
set
be,
it up.
I can be the one. Yeah, I can be the one
Yeah.
tying.
Bro's watching.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very much like.
Why are you so high at voyeur? You want to like fuck in the middle of the field?
No,
Oh,
but
brother.
it's just very directly like
No, what?
like related to what the questions were speaking about. But
Josh really is looking for the dommy mommy. Good lord. He wasn't joking.
well, the thing that doesn't make any sense is why mistress isn't higher. Because I would have thought that was
that implies
would-
like them spanking you, crushing your balls, whatnot.
Yeah, good
So-
point. Actually,
That's the
So-
violent.
Yeah.
well, the thing is that like wow, this is actually a really good list for me. Because experimentalist is really good, and then obviously I knew I was gonna be a switch because I really don't care.
We do not
but-
care.
Yeah, but I knew that was gonna be a thing.
He
But,
settles.
Hmm. Well, this is
I
a
was
very
right.
informative topic. It's a shame that like half of these I don't know.
really?
Yeah.
I have no
because we're not a
fucking,
bunch
I
of
have no fucking
freaks.
clue what half of these mean. Yeah.
Is it? Well, yet again, one of the ones that I'm surprised that I got more of is masochist. Like, masochist is like 31%, and I'm like, dog, I don't know. I don't swing toward pain. Like, I stub my toe and I'm there for a minute. Like, I'm
It's
hitting the
like
Peter
super
Griffin. Like,
low. You don't have much of that at all.
well, yeah, it's 31, but it's like
I'm
higher
kinda
than I
curious
thought it'd
what-
be.
What
Well,
is
no, because
non?
look, it goes from 31 straight down to 20, straight down to 13. So that's like your, like what, third lowest almost? Until you get to
Yeah,
like
technically.
couple points, which those don't really count.
Yeah, technically. But
it's not high at all.
I mean,
Well.
this really just doubles down on what like I expected it to
It's
be.
so funny that your highest is submissive, though. Bro truly wants to get pegged, is what it's saying. I mean,
No,
Yeah, this is further evidence. Hold on.
No, it
it
is
truly
not.
is.
There is no pegging involved anywhere in here. I'll have you
Josh,
know.
Josh, listen.
Submissive
Josh,
involves
it's
getting
submissive
pegged,
and then
okay.
slave. I don't know, Josh.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah,
like you prefer
man.
to not really have a choice. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Let me preface. I don't know what slave implies, but like.
well, you got 77% match, so you better find out.
I'm just saying. But I'm just saying the fourth one down is a switch.
Ignoring the above 3.
Well, no, because like I feel like the
I mean,
first
those are all pretty much
5.
the same.
I feel like the
Alrighty,
first 5
ladies,
are at
so
least.
you heard it here. If you're interested, you could own Josh.
Hey, man. I mean, hold on. Whoa. Hey, yo.
Don't bother
No.
asking him. He prefers to not have any say in it.
Just be really
him.
assertive, and you win. Yeah, just be really
Just
assertive.
Yeah,
really
he'll never
insist
make
on
the first move.
Mm-hmm.
Just a submissive little
It's
boy,
like-
okay.
I'm afraid of women.
It's like people that will like when they go into a store, they like if their dog's really good, they just like put the leash around a pillar and just walk inside real quick, grab what they need, come back out. And like if someone were to come along and just take the dog, and the dog's like, "All right, I guess we're good." That's Josh. Like, just
Yeah,
walk up
like-
to him, grab his hand, and be like, "You're my friend now," and walk away with him. And he's not
That
gonna
is literally true. It is the perfect
I
explanation.
love how
here.
we're setting up
Like-
for Josh to get kidnapped now.
Please
Please come and kidnap
Josh,
Josh. He
like,
really
oh
is
my
gonna
God,
enjoy
that's
that.
true.
just let me be free. You know,
Your hot
I
Donnie
free
mommy,
me.
please come kidnap him.
kill. I mean, depends on your looks. I mean, if you really wanted to hit, I mean,
Oh, but
I'm
he
just
has
saying.
standards, though. He has standards.
Any
Josh, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing standards on this list anywhere, alright?
I mean, that is a good point. Standards are really
Josh,
low
you know
on
what?
this list.
You gotta link this test.
You want me to?
You Tyler, if he links this test, are you taking it?
What's
I'm not taking the test, no.
Why?
Why would I?
Because why not?
Then you
Why-
take it, John.
Yeah,
Well,
both
see, I
of you
was
take
gonna-
it.
I was gonna trick
No, no,
Tyler.
no,
into
both of you
not-
take
that's
it.
crazy,
Both
John.
of you
That's
take it.
crazy. No,
I will not send it unless both of you take it.
I'm not doing it.
No, then
Why
yeah,
would I?
he can't. Sorry.
You are cowards.
I'm just not interested.
Why? I'd love to
Why?
find out what you gentlemen are.
Freak.
It's just blatant curiosity.
They're trying to screen us. I'm gonna say I'm like none of those. I'm probably just all vanilla. I'd guess.
That's a lie. Everybody's got a.
I
Everybody's got a
will say,
little.
right? Maybe
Oh?
y'all can enlighten me, right? If you will direct your attention down into the red part of this list, right, where it says boy/girl. What does bro mean by that?
That means you like to pretend to be a little boy, or she
Oh,
likes to pretend to be
yeah.
a little girl,
Ooh,
which is
That
kind of
is
fucked
weird.
up.
Oh,
Very
ooh.
weird. Yeah, I'm glad Josh has a
Ooh,
0%
yeah,
on that. Josh has a 0% on that. Let's be clear. Not
Yeah.
him.
I'm really into the like 1v1 scenario. I'm apparently got a 0 in
Josh likes to throw hands. He hasn't been playing
non-monogamous.
fighting games lately.
Sorry, yeah. I'm in a
He's
very.
all about
I'm in a very.
1v1s.
I love 1v1. Sorry. I love that, but you know,
Of how
I
he's called it 1v1 like it's a competition,
Yeah.
not like a team up, not like a
A
co-op.
co-op. A co-op. Yes.
Or it's like a
Co-op
1v1.
That is a really funny way of describing it. But no, it is more in reality a co-op.
Yeah.
Gulp.
We're really, as far as topics, Tyler's like, I love apple pie. And I'm like, yeah, I was driving one day. And Josh is just like, behold my sexual preferences. And that's how we started off this podcast.
Yeah,
Really
really.
just shows all our personalities, just,
Starting off strong, really.
Well, I'm sorry. If you want me to add, like, what I've been doing today, this wasn't today. I took this, like, at least 2 days ago. I took it Friday night, I think. And I was like, I was waiting for a good time to use it because I was like, hey, who's gonna want to see this other than our podcast viewers? Or listen about this other than our podcast viewers. But today, obviously, well, not really. Only Tyler would know this. I was at my sister's. But I've been playing Tekken 8 all day. God, I'm straight.
Whoa,
goated
hold
at
on.
that
Wait,
game.
I just thought of something. Didn't you say your sister listens to this podcast?
Yeah.
Oh.
What? I'm very open with her. I hope you know.
I see.
Yeah, she knows way more than she probably should about yours truly.
I mean, she does watch the podcast, so I mean, it's
add this to the list.
I mean, that's true. That's
also,
true, that's
like,
true.
yet again, it's like I don't really care because I mean, come on. It's not like it's gonna mean anything to her.
Dead air.
Dead air?
Dead air?
Yeah, it's not gonna mean anything to her, so it's like.
Wait, what do you mean
won't
dead
bother her
air?
at
It
all.
wasn't even dead air. I just wanted to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to will it into existence. I thought it was gonna
Josh
happen.
was actively speaking when you said
Yeah,
that.
like bro just took a
Nuh-uh.
3-second pause
Nuh-uh.
from me because I had to think for a second.
Nuh-uh.
I'm like, sorry, I pre-gamed a little hard for this.
Yeah, you're realizing that maybe it does hit a little hard, and it was 2 seconds after you drank it.
Yeah.
What a fiend.
I'm completely.
Hey.
Normally, okay. The thing is that I didn't think it'd be hitting this hard this early. Because I started speaking to you, Tyler, at what time? Like 11. I had the entirety of my soju. Yeah, the entirety of my soju, and I'm catching a light fiend. It's like if I had a low taper fade. I don't know why I said that.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Imagine if Ninja had a low taper fade.
Bro's losing the plot.
No, but
No.
you guys do anything fun other than that? At any time this week? Let's open it up to this week. I'm getting sweaty.
That is a great question. Me and John have
really
been
is,
playing
yeah.
games together.
We've been playing the Breakers. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I've been
Cross
hearing.
platform.
Also the finals,
Matt,
which,
no.
More of a
No, the
fan of.
final.
I love the finals.
The finals have been going hard. I took my sister to our little, like, it's called Cluggies. It's
That
basically like
sounds
Slinkies.
horrendous.
It's basically take Slinkies.
I would not trust a
Freaking
place
arcade
named
thing.
Cluggies
I'm
with
glad
my life.
you had the same thought. Like, I would not take a child to
Yeah, no,
Cluggies. I don't
the
trust
naming of
Cluggy
it
at all.
The naming of it isn't exactly the most graceful, but
Really inspires fear.
Yeah, like what? Where?
you should see the
Okay,
inside. All like, okay, let me just.
go
It's
on.
very chaotic inside. Okay, all these little, like, children running around, doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yikes.
Very crazy.
Well, I
But
went to
she
a
has fun.
trampoline
That's all that
park.
matters.
Huh? I went to a trampoline park yesterday. Technically, it would be yesterday still, and I was like, well, I wanted to see what was up, right? And I was really excited to go because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in on the trampoline vibe. It's been ages since I've owned a trampoline. Maybe I can brush up on my actual, like, abilities. And it's
Did you?
like, no. You know how much it costs to participate in the trampoline activities?
$30
No. Guess again.
more. More?
Guess again.
$40.
Okay, let me spell this out to you. Okay, this place demands that you get a shirt, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get a shirt. And then they're like, well, you also gotta buy a pair of socks too to be able to participate. Like, all right, well, how much is that? Oh, that's $30. And I'm like, all right. And then how much is entry cost? And they're like, that's another $30. So at the end of the day, it's like $60 to even like go in there and be like, I just want to jump on a trampoline. I'm not doing it. So I'm sitting there with my sisters just having a conversation because me and her were gonna like go and do this trampoline thing together. And then we found out it was like $64 or like $60, somewhere within that range, for this trampoline park. And I'm like, sis, we cannot do this. Like, there's no way I'm paying $64 to jump on a trampoline for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, ain't happening. And
You
she
wouldn't
was
catch
like,
me
no,
paying that.
that's valid. And so we sat there, and I was just watching everybody, and I was having conversations with my sister, and they are playing the most brain rot heavy, like TikTokified music, and I'm like, dog. And the worst part is, God forbid, the lighting in there. It's enough to give a brother a headache because they were apparently having some sort of like event that night. They were having like what they call, I think it was like glow night or something, where they spell like they sell like specialty t-shirts that glow in the dark. They're just like fluorescent colors, like, and then they turn on neon lights, and the place is just like a rave. And I'm like, God forbid if I were to have a seizure in here right now, you know.
Why did you
But
hang out in the trampoline park if you weren't
well,
trampolining?
it's because like my sister had brought me along because my niece and her friend were going.
Oh.
And she didn't want to be like the third wheel, so me and my sister kind of had to be like the third and fourth wheels. So basically halfway through this, it's like we were there for like 4 hours, and it's like 2 hours in. It's like 8 o'clock, and we're like, all right, we're getting kind of tired of this. We start walking around, and this place is around here. Not really.
Yeah,
Not
I've
really
heard of
anything
it
to do.
before.
And so, like next door, there's a Goodwill, and my sister's like, "We should go to Goodwill," and I'm like, "We're really about to go to a Goodwill. This is how low we are steeping right now. Like, we're about to enter a Goodwill at 8 o'clock." So we step up into this Goodwill, and immediately, I'm like, something's off. Like, this is not a good place to be. The aura is off.
Well, I
This
mean,
is not
most
a
stuff's gotten from like dead people, so
No. There's an old man that is looking me dead in the eyes, and I'm staring straight back, and I'm like, I
Well, the
don't say
place
a
was probably
word.
about to close. I'm mad that you
Yeah,
came in.
and he's like, Tyler, you were pretty dead on. He was like, actually, the store's closed, and he had a weird like southern accent where you couldn't understand him because he didn't have like his dentures in or something, or he might have been somewhere along the mentally handicapped spectrum.
Really
And
profiling this guy.
me and my sister literally didn't understand the guy. So my sister's like, so what time did this close? Like, did you just forget to lock the doors? Like, and the guy's like, yeah, it closed at 7. I mean, and he looks to his wife, and his wife is some like, sorry, I don't want to. I'm not a normal person hater, even though I am. But she just walked by me and my sister and didn't say a word. So we thought we were good. And he walks to his wife, grabs the keys real quick, and like he's like, "Oh, this place is closed. You know, go back tomorrow." And like kind of like shoos us out the door. As soon as we get out that door, me and my sister are like, we were about to laugh at that guy. You know, me and her were about to be like, we couldn't figure out what this guy's dysfunction was. And my sister was like, I'm a terrible person. I just labeled this guy. And I'm like, get used to it. I do it all the time.
It's like when I was telling you about the guy with Ninja Turtle hands.
Yeah.
Because he only had 2 fingers and a big ass like thumb. Like,
And then,
like this guy was
dude,
crazy.
and then me and my sister went to Starbucks, right? And I'm like, dude, I can't, I don't do coffee. So we walk in. There are 3 okay, this is gonna sound bad, but there are 3 absolute dime pieces sitting just like in this like lobby area, just like having coffee together. And of course, I walk in.
What are you in the fucking 50s? Some absolute names.
Yeah, like,
Good
dude,
Lord.
I walk in, and of course, I have to be wearing my like, viewers. I got a new coat. Goes hard.
Anime girl coat.
Yeah, I got my Bridget hoodie from Guilty Gear. Best coat I've ever owned, by the way. It has thumb holes. Very, very good quality of life. Let me mention. And I'm wearing like this Bridget hoodie or this Bridget jacket, and it goes hard. Like it's so good. I'll get a photo of you guys later, for reference.
You already sent a photo.
Did I?
Yeah.
In here?
Oh, you want it in the pod?
Well, yeah, it'd be preferable.
Okay.
For this context. But it is 3 absolute, like, maybe 7 8s, right? And I'm like, all right, well, there goes my chances. I walk in wearing a Bridget hoodie, Bridget's just on the back of my hoodie, just like throwing down some yo-yos. And they pretty much leave as soon as we get in there. After I walk in and my sister walk in, they're out. And I'm like, that's disappointing. And on the way, it's just like,
I don't think you were, related to.
I wasn't gonna perform, please. But let's just say I tried a god awful coffee. After that, who would have thought coffee's bad? Coffee sucks. And the only other thing of note is on the way back, I was like, we should throw a rock through this guy's window of the Goodwill to mention. Just to teach him a lesson.
There's a menace.
And,
Did you?
obviously my sister did not take me up on that, but I did say that. So, but yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Let it be known.
I'm kind of a menace to old people, so.
Yeah, he did make it clear he hates them, so.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not only is this guy old, but he can't fucking speak, so I hate his guts.
Well, me and my sisters kind of just incorrectly labeled this guy. And I'm like, welcome to my world, I do this every day. I don't know how you don't. And
We just don't have anything against old people.
Yeah. You guys are
A wonderful
bias
experience
free.
with my grandparents earlier today. My dad, part of me going driving today, he wanted to go back to, where we used to live to get rocks. This guy, he's all into the mysticism and whatnot, or whatever.
Mhm.
So he wanted to get some sedimental rocks from where he used to live to put in our garden at our new place. So, there's just this big slate hill back by my grandparents' place.
Okay.
We were just picking totes full of rocks, and then when we were going to leave, my grandparents showed up. So we chatted with them for like 2 hours.
So,
That was
like,
nice.
you just walked up upon your old lot and just went, hold on,
Yoink.
let me collect a bunch of rocks. And then your
Yeah.
grandparents roll up and they're like, what are you doing with a bunch of rocks? Like,
Well, we already got the rocks by the time they showed up. I was like literally in the car pulling out, about to leave, and they pulled in.
Oh, so you don't have to explain your rock robbery?
Well, I mean, we told them about the collecting rocks, yeah. They were just like,
you
all right.
spoiled the crime.
It's not a crime.
Rock robbery.
when he dies, I'll own those rocks. You know, I'm just taking them early. Smile.
It's really weird how inheritance works, by the way.
I don't think it
You
works
know?
like that, but I mean, it's like a hill. It's not like they're
Yeah.
his rocks.
But
I don't
like,
think he cared.
obviously, the house is going to be passed down to your dad,
No,
probably, right?
no, they're like gonna sell it and whatnot.
Really?
Well, my dad's not. He's got a brother. It's not
Oh,
like
that is
just-
true.
It's not just his.
Sorry, I'm
Like,
thinking in
maybe
perspective.
maybe if he was the only born or whatever, maybe.
Yeah,
but,
sorry, I'm
I mean,
thinking in perspective of myself.
The house
You know.
my dad just bought is nicer than their house. So I don't know why you'd want that house. Anyway,
I mean, what's better than one house? 2 houses.
true. We could set a realtor market. You know, he could become a landlord, rent that place. You know, make some dollars.
Or you think, right? Think about the positive here. Let me run this one by you. You could live there, and then I could just walk to your house.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Crazy.
Yeah, and then me and you would be able to get up to family functions together. You know?
Whoa.
Family functions?
Yeah. I'd take you to my family reunion.
Wow. I would love to go, but I also feel like anyone who was there would just think we're a gay couple. You know.
Yeah, that is the bad
you don't
part.
take your homie to a family reunion unless you're fucking. So
Yeah, that is a
That is funny.
that is a good point.
like we'll say we're friends, but every one of your relatives would just be like, "Oh yeah, they're boyfriends."
Hey, he's gay.
Yeah, he's gay. We can argue it all they want, but you know they're gonna create their own truth.
What if we now I know this is just
What
gonna
if we
be like
passionately kissed in front of them to really cement it?
no
What if we kissed at the family reunion?
Smile.
no I was like for a moment I was gonna be like why don't we just break it into a fist fight and then they just think we're abusive couples, but
Oh yeah, that really
that just makes it worse because then we're the gay abusive couple.
two grown men fist fighting at a family reunion.
If you want to help me ruin my own family reunion, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, you want to
You know,
never go to one again?
I would
I
be
got your
honored.
back. I'll get super
only-
drunk, like swear a
Yes.
bunch, throw
Start
stuff, fist
throwing
fight
hands.
you by the end. Yeah.
The thing is that I've always wanted to get at least a little tipsy in a family reunion just to see how it go. But obviously, I don't want to be the guy.
Yeah, you don't want to
like,
be the drunkard uncle that
Yeah.
shows up all the time. You know?
That would be a bad look.
That's a bad look for you.
Josh
Yeah.
gets disinvited from.
Because we always have it at the same place
Every-
every year, or at least very close. And I'm like, dog.
I've never
The
had that
only
problem.
positive going to this is the food. That's it.
It is crazy to fight my raising with my mom that my dad's family is like literally the generic white people family. Like, no drunkards, all like church loving white folk, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Really idyllic. It's
Yeah, it really is.
kind of funny.
Because, like, to be honest with you, like, just on a
And
if
then,
we're
you know,
following my
mom's a
family
degenerate.
line,
Smile.
right?
If you're watching
Yeah.
this, smile. It's a good thing. Smile. I did
I-
tell her about it
Tyler's
for this
mom,
podcast.
Tyler's mom.
I don't think she watches. She
apologize.
doesn't watch them.
I
It's fine.
I apologize to Tyler's mom.
I think she watched one episode and quit. I hope.
Well, if you do see this, I apologize, Tyler's mom. You know,
I
I'll
think she'll
apologize
appreciate
for you.
that.
Yeah, I'll apologize for you. But
I won't.
basically, following my mom's line is a very similar thing. Is where like my mom's side is very much like an alcoholic side of the family, and then like me, I'm good. My sister, she was an alcoholic once. She got better though.
Josh, what are you drinking right now?
Okay, that's different. I'm just doing this for a social vibe.
Yeah,
you know,
he's just young. He's just having fun, just like his hero Boob. You know, he's just a young
Yeah.
guy.
I socially drink. That's the thing.
Yeah. He
I s-
drinks socially. He drinks alone in his house, but you know,
Mm.
other sober people are there too.
No. Hold on. Nuh-uh.
No,
No.
they're not. They're not other.
Hold on. Wait. I'm socially drinking because I know I'm going to do the pod and I have to pick it up a little. So I'm like, all right, well, the only way to pick it up a little and make myself a little more sociable, bam. I'm like, I can at least get a little goofy, a little wild. You know, this for me is social drinking. All right, this is fun, and I'm gonna have a little rant later when probably we come off the pod.
When we all played Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
I'm not playing that game.
It's for the best. You can't even play as the raider unless you have like 8 homies.
Well,
Spec up.
okay.
Josh
Here's
could
my-
summon 800.
What were you about to say?
Said
one
you
more
could
time, run
summon
that
8
back.
homies.
What homies? Are we just gonna play online?
Huh?
Like with by 8 homies, what does brother mean?
I don't know. He just assumes that you have 8 people on standby that you can get in contact with. Is what
Brother
he's saying.
Fish thinks I have shadow clones or something. Like,
I guess.
Yeah,
ain't happening.
all of your Final Fantasy friends.
I am not roping them into that. They already
No,
play
see,
DBD.
so you have them. You're just not willing to incorporate.
John, you're
See,
you're reading too
see
much
what I
into what I
mean?
say. Okay, that's
I
the
don't think-
problem.
I don't
You're
think I'm
reading too
reading enough into it.
All right, jerk off. Read into
Okay, buddy.
that. But what I'm drinking right now, by the way, really tastes like lavender oil.
What?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
What is
It's-
lavender oil?
You've never okay. So, Tyler,
That's like a white
You-
girl thing.
have you ever okay, you've heard of essential oils, right?
Yeah.
Basically, I got lavender oil a really long time ago because I heard if you mixed it with dish soap and shook it up really well and sprayed it on like areas of your house where you're getting like stink bugs and stuff like that, it was like a natural insect deterrent, which it is. Found that one out. But I just have this little
Where does tasting
Vile.
come in?
well, the smell of it is so strong. Like it literally like whenever you're in its presence and you don't have the cap on lavender oil, it's like the smell seeps into your nose and goes down into your like you can taste it. I swear to God you can. But
Sure, buddy.
God, I hate you so much.
He just does not want to let you succeed. He's trying to shut you down at every turn.
But what I did was I like well, not recently. This would be a lie. But it was like maybe a month back. I have this like soap my dad bought, and I just dumped the rest of the lavender oil into the soap. Just because I was like, I have no reason to use it. It's like midwinter. We don't really get anything. And I just dumped the rest of the lavender oil in it, not thinking it would be as strong as it is. But I had to dilute it down 4 times. I had to like get the soap bottle, dump it out 4 times and refill it, and then now it's good. Now it has the appropriate amount of like lavender scent in it to where it's not like it's a lot like mint. Where
Love
if you
how
get it
just
like
started
really
mixing your dad's soap, by the way. It's not your soap. You just started dumping stuff into his soap. What kind of consequences could this have? Like, you know.
Nothing, because I use it from time to time, and right now, as a matter of fact, I smell like lavender oil.
Okay.
Ladies, I smell like lavender. Huh. Alright,
My grandma has
But,
a lavender tree.
dude, there's nothing like the good scent of lavender or like Pantene, right? Like once you get like my sister, sorry, this is gonna. Let me just say, this is gonna go on a tangent of being like my grandma, not my grandma, but like I was gonna go on a tangent of like my grandma also tells me I smell nice, but yeah, my sister told me I smelled nice with my hair or whatever. My hair smelled nice or whatever, but I use Pantene for anybody out there, 2-in-1 conditioner, but not the point. Okay, I feel like I need to bring that up. I got a lot of hair, but the thing is that like lavender oil is a lot like mint, right? If you get a really strong mint, it's gonna pervade your whole mouth. You're gonna know, and it's gonna hit your nostrils, and you're gonna get like that cold feeling, right? That's a lot like lavender oil, but you know, that's the end of the lavender oil rant.
Thank you.
I'm glad I just had to describe the specifics of lavender oil.
I didn't want to be rude as usual, so I just let you speak your truth. 'Cause I had
Yeah,
nothing better to say this time.
That's what my drink tastes like. So
That's nice to know.
yeah, it's very
Tastes like
strong.
soap.
Yeah, it really well. It's not supposed to be used as soap, but it's an incense. But
Okay, but you're not
sorry,
supposed to use it.
sorry, I won't fix you. I won't fix you with that one.
I will say,
sorry.
date it on it was so funny in episode 5 of the Halo thing. I was just getting so tired that every time you said something incorrect, I would just correct you. I did it like 6 times in that episode. It was so funny to me.
It was starting to make me mad.
It was so funny, like every single time.
Because I was like, why can't I just say what I want to say?
You're like, yeah, the auto rifle. It's like it's the assault rifle.
The auto rifle.
You're like, oh, the battle rifle. It's like the long gun. Not in this game. And later on, you talk about the fusion grenade. I'm like, it's plasma grenade.
Dude, I'm calling my.
So
I'm literally just calling the Destiny counterparts in, and I'm like, dude, if me and this guy were in the same space right now, I'd punch him in the head.
I was truly, actually, you. It was so funny.
Yeah, you really were.
Yeah, we definitely need to go back and finish that sometime.
Yet again, record it for the pod, or record it for the channel. I'm ready to do it whenever you guys are. So, anytime, gentlemen.
Jake swig. What about you, John? You haven't said
How
much
loud is that?
Anything interesting to say?
Okay.
Speak to the people. Go ahead. If you want to go on a rant like Josh, go ahead. Take the floor.
Yeah, I've had enough space. Go off.
I don't really got anything to rant about, actually.
Damn.
I'm pretty at peace. I'm pretty at peace with myself currently.
You found inner peace.
Yeah, I'm striving for that inner peace kind of vibe right now.
John, do you have Game Pass?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right. I'm gonna have to get you on some good games or whatever at some point. Just saying, because like yet again, not that. Sorry, I got Blaze Blue on the mind. I was just playing as Akihiko.
Sorry, I can't do that again. I got humbled already.
I'm brawling,
He's just saying gibberish right now. He's just saying.
Yeah, I'm very much in a fighting game mood. Because I tried to play more Persona today, and then I just realized that I can't. I did what I had to do.
Mission's over.
Yeah, the only thing I have left.
It's over. Go home.
Is doing because I found out to get the final Persona, like Orpheus Telos, which is to get all of the social links ranked up in one playthrough. You actually have to get all social links in one playthrough. It is not like New Game Plusing with all the ones. Yeah, like it's not like in New Game Plus where you have like the key items from the like rank 10 social links. So I'm like, that really disincentivized me because I'm like, do I have to really talk to the old people again? Like, as much as I love the old people in that game,
you can only hear about the dumbass trees so much.
Yeah, I don't want to do the Persimmon side quest again, right? And I don't want to do professional groomer or professional groomist, all right? Rather not.
But you know what I do? Battle freaks against other freaks and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Let's go, baby. I realized why. I was thinking about it. I realized why I like the Like a Dragon game so much more than Persona. I just don't really connect with Persona games, I connect more with a middle-aged broke guy now than a angsty teens or whatever.
Wow, okay.
I've grown up. I connect more with Ichiban's struggles than, teen drama. Kind of makes me enjoy it more, I'd say.
So you basically what you're saying is you relate more to gang violence than you do with high
Yeah.
schoolers fighting
Yeah.
like
My
world-ending
God.
gods.
I just love that Ichiban's a little schizophrenic, having a fun little journey in his head.
I just can't believe they finally made like Kiryu schizophrenic as well with him. You know?
Yeah, it literally rubs off on him, and he becomes schizophrenic as well, which is very funny. It's also, that was almost a spoiler.
Dear viewers, just go play games.
Yeah,
It would make
play
us happy.
games. We
Go
love
play
gaming.
games. Like, we cannot avoid the gaming topic.
Pick up the Game
like,
Pass. There's lots of games on there. If you're not into gaming,
Yeah.
I don't even think you need an Xbox anymore. You can just play on your phone.
Or your PC, if you have
Yeah.
a PC. Like, just go play games.
You don't even
'cause
need a good
it's-
PC. It streams it. from the
It's
cloud. You
unavailable.
just need
Like,
good internet.
it's literally avoidable at this point. We're gonna talk about games.
It's like
all right?
it's like $15. Play like a
Yeah.
bunch of games.
Tyler's got a
It's
hack for
crazy.
you for that, by the way. Like,
No,
he
I
can...
don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I mean, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
There's
Sorry.
no such thing. There's no such thing.
Sorry, that doesn't exist. You're right. You're right.
God.
Sorry. I'm
Keep your mouth shut.
sorry. I'm a little loose-lipped right now.
God, good lord. Dead men tell no tales, okay? Remember that.
Kill me.
Bro took the nuclear option immediately.
Yeah, it has to be
That's
done. I just did
immediately.
the I literally just doubled down, and now I'm gonna the real thing is I'm gonna have to cut off my finger now. I'm gonna have to do the Yakuza way.
Huh?
Well, you didn't say it. I stopped you.
All right. I mean, that was almost. I'm
I mean,
sweating.
they just
after
know
that
that there
one.
is some kind of scheme, but what
I
could
would like
be?
to
Who
inquire more
knows?
about this after the podcast.
They don't need to know.
Yeah. It's an inside secret. I developed this scheme.
Because
An
Yeah, it is
insider's
really good.
secrets. But anyways, past my
Yeah.
secrets. My
They're out
I-
there.
I almost
they
forgot
find
that
them?
was like
secret technique, yeah.
yeah.
My
I
secrets
just-
are out there. If you
Yeah, I
find them,
forgot-
they're yours.
I almost thought for a second that was well known, and I was like, oh god.
The more they know, the less
know.
effective it is.
Yeah, my bad. That was almost a slip up on my part.
Yeah.
God.
Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
Real.
Which is why we could not play Sea of Thieves.
No, we couldn't play Sea of Thieves because that game sucks.
I still have the recording. I don't know if I'm gonna post it on my channel or not.
I think you should.
I
think
wouldn't.
it's-
It was bad.
No, I think it's funny
I have
enough
nothing
where
to
you.
lose. I might as well archive
Yeah,
it,
like
you know?
it's your channel.
I guess that's true.
It's not particularly funny, but it is kind of funny. I can just title it like, "We do not play Sea of Thieves." Shit's
We do
ass.
not like Sea of Thieves.
this is not a Sea of Thieves video.
Yeah, like we are Sea of Thieves haters now. Like they changed
Really
that game way too much.
They really did. It's
for it to be good.
unrecognizable.
Like, I wonder if Scott actually plays that game still.
I don't think so.
You know, there's no way.
I haven't heard from him in a while though. I'm a bit nervous. I feel like I should text him.
I was gonna say like,
When both me, Matt, and Jacob are all just sitting there like, yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know. Should we
Don't you-
say something?
yeah. Don't you weren't you guys supposed to do like D&D together?
Yeah, I mean, Scott just kind of dropped off the edge of the earth. pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, he normally is like, yeah, when you guys want to do it? He just hasn't been asked for a while.
Wow.
Which, you know,
Mara-
other people kept canceling
Okay.
for like 2 weeks in a row. So, yeah.
Who's other people? Me?
No, not you. You're not playing.
I thought you were taking jabs at me
No,
because I was, But who are Matt?
it's both of them.
Oh, my nail.
Like one of the weeks, Matt said he had to go see his GF. Jacob had to go do something one week. So, you know.
Shout out to Matt. He's really
We don't
somebody
need
that
to
I
point
aspire to be.
fingers.
Why?
Matt wants to kill himself right now.
I mean, I think
I
there's
can
something
tell.
admirable about it.
I can tell every
you
time
know.
I talk to him, he's just like, my fucking job sucks, man.
Well, it seems like he's having enough fun with the job to where he's like,
I don't know.
you
He rarely says
he's
anything
putting up with
positive
it.
every time I talk to him.
Well, as long as you can get like the I don't know where I was going with that. But basically, from what I get from what he's saying, like he likes it enough to stay there because obviously that's what that's what his gimmick is, or that is his dysfunction. But
I think he's just really stressed out all the time.
yeah, because he said he has gray hairs coming in,
Yeah.
and I gotta be honest, I think bro could pull off a good Silver Fox kind of look whenever he looked like Victor from Technate.
This guy cannot
If you-
stop thinking
I
about
was about to
cutting
say,
names.
this,
Like, Jesus
this
Christ.
guy is
Tekken
Sorry,
Riz, Tekken Riz.
Second Riz.
it
I've
all
been-
goes back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The
Like,
real
holy
reach
fucking
around here is
smokes, guy.
insane. Yeah, I want to say it, but I won't. You know, I'm better than that. I'm better than that. For our viewers, I won't hurt their ears with the curses of many.
I don't like you were
You know?
cast to spell the curses
Yeah,
of many.
the curses of many. Yeah, I
Curse
won't.
of
I won't do
Ra.
that to them. Yeah, I really need to start cursing people more. You know what I mean? Like I gotta,
Up your witchcraft tree.
I gotta up my game. You know, up my spells.
Bro's got a straight brew his shit.
As I said, like I got a long list of foes that
My
include
dad
dolphins.
said your Cheez-It Frosty was disgusting, by the way. Just thought I should share.
Let's
Alright.
go.
Come on, like it's not that bad. It's okay. It's the same thing as dipping fries in a Frosty.
Which is
Okay.
also gross.
No, it is not. People do that all
Okay,
the time.
Just
okay,
because people
Tyler,
do it
I
doesn't
will
make
say
it right.
that
That
one
is
is
a-
not that bad.
Yeah, that one is an actual combo that
But-
Wendy's endorses.
But there is a reason behind it. So, the saltiness of the fries, when it mixes with the milkshake, it actually releases like chemicals and different flavoring that go well together. That is
That's it.
actually proof.
Bro
Dude,
loves Kingdom Heart 2. They love the. They love the. Wait. Yeah,
sea
it was
salt ice
2.
cream.
Yeah, sea salt ice
Yeah.
cream. Yeah, it was 2. I had to like double tag. It's like, was it 2?
Well,
yeah,
technically, actually, it's
Actually-
365 / 2 days.
Actually, at the start of Kingdom Heart 2, you actually play through as Roxas, and they do that scene on the Watchtower, so it's technically in 2.
What released first? 2
actually,
or
I've never
365
played
/ 2
Kingdom Hearts.
days?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Who cares? Kingdom
But-
Heart Rids.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, me and
you know.
Josh are Kingdom Heart fans. Smile.
No, you are not.
Shut up. Yes, I am.
You literally are not. You have not gotten through 1.
Just because.
Have you got- You
just
have not gotten through
because
2.
I played all of
Um,
2.
Did you?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
I played through most
But
of 1. And I played
have
through
you played
most
through
of
3?
3. I played through most of 3. I just didn't finish
the only
either of
thing
them.
that I
But
finished.
I already
3.
know the story. I already saw all the cutscenes and whatnot.
The only thing that I didn't do in 3 was the DLC, which I'm really sad about because you got to play as Roxas.
I love how Josh is a constant gatekeeper. First he says I don't like Yakuza as much as him, and now he's saying I don't like Kingdom Hearts.
I'm just the bigger Yakuza fan.
I have a
I know I
fucking
am.
Keyblade, okay, fucker. I have a Keyblade.
wonder how
Wow.
Yakuza
Okay,
right
because
now.
you have a physical. Sorry. Do you want me to go join the Yakuza really quickly? Like.
This is gonna be insane.
Sorry. I'm a bigger Yakuza fan. You want me to join the Yakuza? Like.
We're just saying. It's just. Yeah, it's just crazy. Dude.
You want me to own like a Yakuza card really quickly?
Just because I didn't have a PlayStation and couldn't be a cool kid and actually play it when I was a kid doesn't mean I'm less of a fan. Okay.
Okay. Thank Joey for that one, by the way. I thank Joey for, making me a Kingdom Hearts fan.
Put blessing on his name.
Yeah, bless up. I hope bro is doing well. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
That's more that Kingdom Hearts Riz right there.
Oh God. He's based on his Snapchat stories. He's a little goofy guy.
Joey who? Oh wait,
Joey
I guess.
Wheeler.
Oh,
never mind, never
dogs
mind,
him!
I guess we can't. I guess we can't talk. Okay, never mind.
It's Joey Wheeler, of course.
Yeah, of course.
No, I see.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
I put respect on his cards.
Yes, sir.
I'm a proficient user, but to be
Ayo.
honest, I'm a no. Hey, whoa! Of his cards. Sorry.
Like what? What if his cards do you? Hold on. Whoa. Dial it back. Well, like what cards? What are we talking about? You talking about Raz Black Dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Eyes Black Dragon,
Lame.
Red Eyes Slash
Lame.
Dragon,
But
Lame.
I'm more of a Jack Atlas fan, despite the fact that he's either British or Australian. I can't catch the VA's distinguished.
Bro,
You tell me, Josh is a typical Joey Wheeler fan.
I am not.
When do we ever get the brothers out here that like the Time Wizard shenanigans, huh?
I'm not a real Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I want to make that clear.
Yeah,
No,
neither am
brother.
I.
I've only played.
Oh,
the
brother, okay.
I don't
Well-
like the new age Yu-Gi-Oh or the Yu-Gi-Oh that just becomes you play one thing.
I just like
and then it
Toon
just-
World and Toon cards.
I like Dragonuity decks. All right.
Blissfully living in the past.
Yeah, like my blissful living, Dragonuity decks. All right. I like
Dragonuity
Dragonuity.
does go pretty hard.
Yeah, I like Dragonuity. That's the only thing I like. All right. That's the only thing I've stumbled upon where I'm like, I'm bricked up from this. All right. I can go hard
Okay,
with this
buddy,
one.
calm down.
It's
But
not that
everything
exciting.
else, no. Sorry. Whenever I get a good play with that deck, it's like I'm cloud 9 with that thing. All right.
Yu-Gi-Oh was
but-
the one game I was categorically better than Josh at. Bro
Yeah,
never even
that
got close to
is-
beating me.
Well, you just have a better ability at building decks. I just don't know the right things to build ever. I've never been good at deck
Josh
building.
refuses to read the paragraphs and paragraphs of text.
Yeah,
I'm not, like, okay.
Together.
I'm just like, here's 7 pages of explaining that if I do this, I can banish this card. Okay. And then here's the after effect. The rest of your field gets annihilated. Oh, good. I didn't read that,
Josh
but
really gives off the vibes that he has never played Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere mode.
I have
I don't
not.
even know what that is.
I don't know what just. Hold on. Let me catch that one really quickly. John,
Yeah, my
of course
friend.
you be sending things during the podcast!
Yeah, I wanted to, I just wanted to see.
Hold on.
See
Why'd
what?
you mention me too? I get notifications.
We're the only people in
Yeah,
there.
but
This is
I don't know.
one of the only chats that I receive notifications from. Like one of the only group chats
well, I
I'm
didn't
in
know
that
that.
I
I
see.
kind of thought you had no notifications for all of them, and I saw that picture, and it brought me back to the whole Cheez It thing.
You're living in the
Cheez-It.
past.
No. I said that in the past,
You
fuckhead.
have-
That
You
is
didn't
true.
check it
I
now.
sent it a while ago.
Really? When?
It was a couple, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Holy fucking smokes, dude.
Josh is like,
clear.
yeah.
I put that
Shit.
right on my mic. But
Rev's going crazy.
yeah. Sorry, dear viewers, you had to hear that moment of weakness from me. I was inspired by Tyler. Go watch our Halo videos, by the way. You would know the context.
Yeah. I really got to figure out a better headset mic for that so it doesn't sound like
Hey,
geeky, but
those thumbnails went hard.
other than
Yeah,
that,
the thumbnails are really good, despite the one that said that I betrayed you, in which case I didn't. That was accidental.
there's no way you can claim accidental when in the clip you literally walk up to me and shoot me borderline point blank. There's nothing else there. It's just me. What else could a brother been aiming at?
I was trying to aim behind you
Input.
because there was an enemy that was
There
like.
were no enemies. The enemies were
There
a
was an
field
enemy, I
away.
swear
They
to
were like
God,
a
I
field
swear to-
away. There's
I
nothing.
swear, bro. I swear there was an enemy behind you, and I wasn't trying to be
It
petty.
the enemy just happened to disappear after Josh took his meds as well.
No,
I swear to God.
you're taking this out of context.
I mean, I made one of John just shooting me and going he's a little confused. And
Sorry.
to be fair, I made a couple of them, dishing myself as well. Okay, I didn't go all in on you guys.
You did?
Yeah, the most recent one was me crashing into the ship. And then the next
Oh,
one,
yeah, you're
which will
right.
be out by the time this is out, so I can just say it, was me just next to 2 of my other corpses when we were dying at that one spot over and over again on the last level we did.
Good point. We do have to play more of that.
That one, I just add the text of you will be seeing this a lot. Just a picture of me dead twice.
I will say the one with me in the fucking vehicle shooting at you guys. He's a little confused. I saw that shit at like 2 in the morning last night and just started fucking cackling.
It's very
That one
funny.
was really,
Really
good.
got me.
Yeah.
It really got me. Just seeing that, and I was just like, "Who the fuck is doing that?" And then I squinted and saw "man" above it, and I'm like, "Damn."
The
Oh
only
yeah.
episode I struggled with was because there was only one episode, like, level break that we were like in the middle of talking about something, and I couldn't think of a good way to like cut them together. So I just cut it the best. It was in the middle of me and you talking about Adventure Time. The one episode ends
Oh yeah.
with me basically saying, "Yeah, Princess Bubblegum sucks," and then the next episode starts immediately with being like, "Yeah, but like most, like Adventure Time princesses are like that." So it's like in the middle of the conversation, pretty much, because we didn't stop talking about that until like 2 or 3 minutes into the next episode, and I didn't
I
think
was
that
gonna
would.
say it was a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that episode alone was like almost 30 minutes, so I couldn't keep them together because it'd be way too long. So I just had to cut it there. I did the best I could.
Hey, speaking of Halo, I'm down. I'm down to play Halo, some more Halo whenever y'all are. I was actually having fun with that.
I wouldn't say tonight because we're pretty close to the end, so we should just play
Are
it all in
we?
one session. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah, no,
remember.
not
There's
tonight,
only
but I'm just saying, like, not
I think
even
there's
like
only
for a
like 4
podcast.
levels. Well, if we're playing
Dude.
Reach, we're playing it for the podcast, but if you wanted to play it different.
Oh, well, that'd be fine.
Well, the only
Different
problem
one,
with Halo is the only ones we can play together now are 3, and then it's downhill from there because then it's only 4 and 5 after that. 1 and 2 are only 2-player multiplayer.
Okay.
We could play
whoa.
Infinite. Infinite could be fun.
I've never played Infinite.
I know. That's why it could be fun.
Could
Bold
be.
statement, I actually really liked the campaign of Infinite. I actually really liked it. Even though they didn't have
Really?
multiplayer until like a year ago. Yeah, I thought it was a
It's
really
fine.
good campaign, personally.
Huh.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, the grapple hook, all the stuff they add makes it really fun.
Because yeah,
The
I haven't
open
heard
world
anything
aspect,
about
it's
it.
a lot of fun. They did a very good job with it, in my personal opinion. But I think that one could be fun to play together. But yeah.
Yeah,
Like
the
if
friendly
we-
fire will go hard.
Because yeah, that's the John, you're not familiar with the series. Because like Reach, it's a prequel. It doesn't matter. But like the next game we could all play together is 3. Because that's the only one that has 4-player. So you wouldn't like if you cared about the story, you'd be missing 1 and 2 story because it's only 2-player. It's a shame. I'm pretty certain 1 and 2 are both. I know 1 is for sure only 2-player. I'm pretty certain 2 is also only 2-player as well. I'd have to look into it more. I don't
need
think
to see
all
it.
3 of us could play 1 and 2. Which 2 is one of the best ones as well. But yeah, 4 and 5 are not great.
I
in my
liked
opinion.
4 and I liked 5.
I will say 4, like and 5 by I think what are they called? The like robots, what are they called? I think their guns are actually unironically pretty good.
The Forerunners?
Yeah, the Forerunners, that's it. The Forerunner weapons are actually pretty good in my opinion.
Dude, the
I
fact
always
that I
thought
just I summoned that from the 4 reaches of my mind.
because the problem with the Halo games, I feel like pretty much all the Covenant weapons kind of suck, except for like 2. Well,
Yeah.
like every time you're just always using the human weapons, but in 4 and 5, like using the Forerunner weapons, they actually are pretty good. At least some of them are. So
Yeah.
it didn't feel
Because
like I'm only
dude,
using
the
human
Forerunner
weapons all the time.
shotgun.
The shotgun, the like battle rifle, the pistol even's pretty decent. The assault rifle's pretty good. The cannon's really good.
I'm just a simp for the Forerunner shotgun, to be honest
Like-
with you. That thing is really good.
Like when I played, okay, so the problem with 4 and 5 are they're pretty good at the start, but by the end they suck. Like that's me and Jacob's opinion, at least when we replayed them together. Was we were having a lot of fun at the beginning of 4 and the beginning of 5, but by the end of both of them, we were like, all right, not good. They really fall off, in my opinion. But
I don't know.
I don't
It
think
does
Infinite
what
had
I
that
want it
problem.
to do.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the
Me
day,
personally, if we did want to play a Halo game, I think we should play Infinite. That's just my personal opinion.
at the end of the day, I think it achieves what it wants to achieve. Because yet again, I want it to achieve a shooter that's solid. The gunplay in those are pretty good. I won't lie. Like the
I
story's a
think the
little
level-
subpar.
I think the level design suffers towards the end.
Yeah, a little. I do remember in 4
5
the
has some of the best combat, I will say. don't
I
know if
think
he
I
played
remember in
5.
4 the level design being a little bad
The
because like
5 combat goes crazy.
yeah, I think 5 is really good if I remember correctly. But yet again, it's all about
Halo Riz.
perspective. Halo Riz,
Yeah, we definitely got to record Rest of Reach
true.
for sure.
That's heavenly.
Divine, even. How you guys feeling about this podcast? You guys feeling like wrapping it
How
up?
long? Wait, how long have we been here?
What day is it?
Just an hour.
No way. Really?
No way.
I
Yeah,
mean-
hold on.
I prophesized that this might be a short one. Kind of felt it.
He
I could
did,
just feel
but
it in the air.
that's ridiculously short.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like
I mean,
criminal.
sometimes short and
We've
sweet's
gotta
better
find a
than
way-
long and drawn out, you know?
No,
I don't think we're drawing
we have-
anything out.
Okay.
We have to find a way to up our profits. We've got to find content.
Okay. It
You can
doesn't
just
have-
start watching copyrighted
Josh,
material.
give us content.
But you know, that's me. Next.
I'm at season 3, like episode 5 of Adventure Time now.
Still good.
Still good. I skipped a couple episodes because I just didn't like them that much. But other than that,
Oh my god, you gotta not do that.
this is how it
Dude,
goes. If
I-
I don't like the vibe, I'm not gonna watch it.
Cause like
My time's
I mean,
important. to me.
but to be fair, in Adventure Time, there's only a couple sections where they really like pertain to other things. Like,
I just don't
I mean, it's not
understand
like
that
the
vibe.
story matters. There's no story
You
between
know?
them.
No, I just don't understand that vibe because it's like you watch the show to watch the show. You're not watching the show.
Yeah,
If
but
you
not
skip
every
the
episode
episode.
is a 10 out of 10. Like, I
It
don't
doesn't
need to
have to be
watch
10 out
every
of 10. You
episode.
gotta stick with the show.
No, man.
you don't want to change the show.
Look
What's
at
bad?
your mentality. You make fun of me for doing that with My Hero, but when I do it with Adventure Time, it's a problem. Maybe
Well, the thing is that you stuck with My Hero.
Because I have to. It's the same thing you're
You
saying
don't
now.
have to.
It's what
You
you're
can't
saying
win,
right
Tyler.
now.
No,
I can't
because
win.
I
I
what? No,
can't
no, no,
win.
no, 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 Tyler. I was saying that you had a chance to stop watching My Hero.
No, I
You had
didn't.
finished all. Yes, you did. You finished all the episodes that were out
No,
at that time.
You forget yourself, because I said I hated season 4, but the villain arc was pretty decent, and it kind of drew me back in a little bit. I don't know if you remember, John. Towards the end of season
I do.
4, they had the badass like villain arc. That shit was rad.
Yeah.
But the rest of that, pretty much everything other part of that season sucked. And then season 5 slaps, which I don't know if I'm getting the numbers right. The newest season and the season before that is what I'm talking about. This most recent
I'm just
season
saying when it was
so
bad-
hard. I was vindicated.
When it was when
They
it was
truly
bad.
recame. They rebounded.
When it was bad, you had the
I
opportunity.
persevered,
You had the opportunity to go.
and I
this
was
sucks.
rewarded. I was rewarded, Josh, because it doesn't suck now. Now it rocks.
God.
Look, let's
For
just
real.
boil it down to the natural born order of things, okay? Josh is a hater, like usual.
That'll be all, I guess. Yeah, I was rewarded, Josh. I was rewarded
Because
for my perseverance.
you know if you did that with any other show, like for example, if you were to ever go into like a normal show, right? Like if me and you, because I would do this. If me and you had a sit down where we watched the entirety of Breaking Bad, and bro went, I want to skip this episode, we would be outside in the street and I'd be brawling with you.
It's a story show. Like most
I
of it.
would be
I mean,
I
I'd
would
probably
be
wanna skim-
fending.
I'd probably want to skim through some stuff. I mean, they do
No!
some flashbacks. Don't need to watch
No!
flashbacks. I remember everything.
You have to
Skipping
get the
flashbacks.
full. They put
Um,
that in there for
I
a
don't need it.
reason,
I've been watching it. I didn't have to wait a long time. I don't need to see a recap.
brother. They put that in there for
I
a
don't need it.
reason.
I don't need it. I'm better than
Okay.
recaps. I don't need it. They put it in there
I
because they
have,
assume it's been
I
like a
have
month.
some. Hold on, I thought of a topic, guys.
I
Alright.
align with Germa, okay? Germa's speedrun tech, it works. He's not wrong.
Speaking of shows, okay, are y'all on the Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of?
Never seen it.
Okay. I don't think we talked about this. I watched the first episode and thought it was pretty mid and haven't bothered watching the rest. Have you watched it, John? I can talk
I've
about it
watched.
if you guys
Well,
would like.
I watched all of the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have not watched Korra. Wasn't
No. I'm
interested in
talking about
Korra.
the I'm talking about the new show.
Oh no! I'm talking
Oh.
about. That's what I was going into.
Yeah,
Did you watch the original?
I've seen all the original. I've seen all of Korra. I'm
Yeah,
a
I
huge
haven't watched
Avatar
the new
fan.
one.
I'm very
I've
passionate
only.
about Avatar.
I will say I've only caught episodes of the like.
If you want to talk
the-
Avatar, you found the guy. I'm
But
super
I
passionate
have
about
Avatar.
it.
I haven't seen it in its entirety. So
I love
You're missing out.
Avatar, The Last Airbender. I loved Korra. I
everybody
watched
jerks
the
the
first
show off.
episode
So
on Netflix and thought it was pretty mid and was like, I don't really want to waste like 9 hours watching this, and I haven't.
Scott says Korra is really good.
I just said Korra was really good.
Yeah, but Scott says it's really good too. So like,
Oh, okay.
I say it's
you
His
know,
words
if
are
bro watches
powerful.
it. Well,
I'm
yeah,
the one
because
that
bro
got him
watches.
onto it.
Oh,
'Cause I was
oh,
talking
oh,
about
oh,
And he started
oh, oh.
watching it.
New evidence comes
Oh,
to
God.
light.
Sorry,
On God,
A
I would
new
talk about
head
it a bunch, and he was
I
like,
I didn't
"Dang, I should
know.
watch
I
it."
didn't know bro was the originator.
I showed him the first like couple episodes, and he was like, "Damn, I need to buy this and watch the rest of it." I literally like forced him to watch like the first couple episodes of
Bro
it
was the
at my
prodigy.
house.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were the progenitor.
I
Sorry,
really was.
sorry.
I mean, he might have been thinking about it before, but I'm the one that was like, "Yo, check this shit out.
It was me.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch this shit."
I didn't know bro was the original. Like,
Yeah, I love Avatar.
I didn't know you put him on like that. Sorry, I didn't know.
Oh God, I'm an OG like that.
I'm a real G like that. Oh God.
Oh God. Hey man, if you ever want to watch it, hit me up.
Yet again, I've never seen any of that show, so
Because I
So
So he
rewatched
wants
the whole
to. So he wants
series
to.
when Scott was watching it, so I could chat with him more in depth. And I
wow.
watched all of Korra. He put me onto Korra. I'd never watched Korra, and he said he was actually good, so I watched it. So it's handfold.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. He
Two and
said the
two.
core was really good,
Yeah,
but like obviously you did not like watch Korra first.
I didn't
He
watch it
watched
because
Korra
it
first.
wasn't on. I wasn't. Okay. That is
Yeah,
true.
and I was like, yeah, he was the one that said Korra was good, and I was like, oh, really? And then
It
I
is.
never watched it. So
But anyways, what did you want to talk about in particular, John? Sorry.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk about it then.
It was literally just like, have you watched the new show? And if so, what was your thoughts? And you already summarized that.
Backflip.
I'll summarize it in detail, please. So basically, to understand the TV show, it is a speed run of the first season of Book 1, Water. So the whole season that came out is all of Book 1, which I think is stupid. I think they should have taken their time. Perhaps it would have been better. But here's my main gripes. I think I told Josh about this. I don't remember. I did. Sorry, Josh.
You might
have
have.
to rehear this. So a couple gripes I had just immediately with the first episode. So for starters, they kind of well, I only watch with starters. I only watched the first episode. I refuse to watch the rest of the show, and I will speak as if I watched the rest of the show. Okay, so if they changed things and somehow made it better, which I don't think they did, I don't care. The first episode
So
is all I needed to watch because it was already an hour
It's
long.
not matter.
The first episode was an hour and like 10 minutes long. Like good lord. But anyways, so for starters, they actually show the air temple getting attacked, and it's like immediately, John, you will understand what I'm about to say. The continuity of the timeline doesn't make sense because in this version, they attack the air temple the same night Aang leaves, but also this same night the comet is active, so they kill all the airbenders while the comet's out, which is the same day Aang leaves. And then when Aang wakes up, they still say it's been 100 years. So that should imply the comet
Would
has
be
already
there
showed
literally
up.
day wake up.
Yeah, it should have shown up immediately. So I mean, I guess they could just say 100 years in a couple years, like it is in the show where it's like a year away or whatever. Which but I mean, just from what they said in the first episode, it doesn't seem to be that way. And also another thing I immediately had a complaint about is when they show the air temple getting attacked, instead of in like the show where they had the badass like tanks that crawl up the mountains, they just like
Yeah.
fly up there.
Oh.
They just literally like shoot fire down their feet and fly. I'm like, huh? They
I know.
just like, good lord,
I will say
that's
one
not
thing that I
cool.
did see is the Agni Kai for Zuko and his dad. They had Zuko fight back, and everyone's like, he literally, like, he was like a little bitch. He did not want to fight back. Not at all.
In the
Wrong.
show, yeah.
Yeah.
Who would want to fight your big scary dad? Yeah. I mean, that's Zuko's on God. Also, I think I didn't watch it, but I think they made Zuko's redemption like earlier from just like an article
Oh,
I read. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I don't know. I will say another
I'm
complaint.
terrified.
Aang doesn't even fight Zuko. When he gets captured on the ship, he just leaves. He just flies away. He doesn't even like fight Zuko or anything. he shows up at the Water Tribe. He fights for like a couple seconds, and then he like beats the shit out of Sokka, and then he's like, and then Aang goes, "I'll go with you," just like in the show. And then, but instead of him having like a big fight on the ship where he like activates the Avatar State and like sinks the ship almost with all the water and whatnot, in this version he just gets on his glider, flies away, and then Sokka and Appa, Sokka, Katara, and Appa just catch him out of the air. That's it. He doesn't even fight Zuko in the first episode. So that was kind of lame.
Yeah.
That was kind of lame. And another weird
Yeah,
thing
I'll
they
be
changed.
watching.
Huh?
I said I don't think I'll be watching it.
No, don't watch it. I wouldn't watch it. Another weird thing they changed is they made it so Appa can fly immediately. And like Aang breaks himself out of the ice instead of Katara breaking him out, which doesn't make sense to me.
What? Yeah, hold on, what?
Yeah, in this version, Katara and Sokka are just rowing on their boat. They get sucked by a current, and they get near Aang, and then he breaks himself out, and then like passes out, like before, and they take him back to the village, and he doesn't take Appa with him. Like Appa just stays in the ice, and then it just cuts to him at the
Damn.
village, being like, "Where's Appa?" He uses the thing. Appa just flies there. Like, all right. Like, okay.
I see.
Odd.
So the Netflix telling is like the telling they did a Fire Nation theater. Like,
Yeah, basically. It's just like
we're gonna
little
have
stuff like
we're gonna have
that.
Toph show up, and Toph's actually just gonna be like a big buff dude.
Yeah,
They
it's
just
just like little
scream.
stuff like that I'm nitpicking, but still, it's just like, why change that? Like, it's weird. But
It is not accurate to the lore.
because they're just trying to redo the show, so it's like, why are they making weird little changes like that? And I figure they do it throughout the whole show, and it's just gonna annoy me or watch it, so I'm just not gonna watch it because I'm very petty about that. Because I don't even want them to make live action bullshit. Like I once again, I think I said this, Josh. They should just make a prequel if they want to. Make one about like one of the hundreds of other avatars and just make another cartoon if that's what they want to do. They
No,
want to
that
make
would be
money,
You
do
did say
that.
that to me as a matter of fact.
Like
I
that could
do
be
remember
cool.
that.
They should do that. That's
Well,
what they should do
they
if they want to
did.
make money.
Didn't they say they were gonna do like something for Avatar Kyoshi or something?
Yeah, I think so. But it's not going to be a cartoon, probably. Like, I'm saying they should make a new cartoon that's based off a different character in the past. Has nothing to do with
A Legend of Roku.
Well, not Roku, because
No, I'm just saying.
something
Hold
like
on.
that.
Roku,
They
like
could do
my
a pretty
TV?
kick.
They
Yes.
already did Roku's story in the show. So
Well,
Like my
listen, I'm just
TV?
saying.
yeah,
It could be pretty kick ass if they do a story about like Iroh and growing up, like his story.
that'd be sad.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It probably would be, but it would add. It would
That wouldn't
add
really
to him.
work. It wouldn't work because I guess it'd just be a prequel, but like Iroh's whole character
Yeah,
is
but
that he's just a
you
shithead
discover like
firebender until he's old. So you'd just be watching Iroh like killing a bunch of earthbenders and then his son die and then him just being sad and then getting exiled with his nephew like a couple years later. It's like, I don't know how good of a show that would make.
I know, but
I love
that's
Iroh,
what
but
he'd like join the White Lotus and all that. Like I don't know.
I don't know. It's just I don't know if there's enough content for that.
We require
to
more
work.
Iroh content.
I
What
mean,
it boils down to.
they can make it a movie, maybe. They make an Iroh prequel movie, maybe. I don't think it'd make a good series. I don't think there's enough. Because, most of his stuff is post, where he's old man, he's wise. Before that, he's just like any other Fire Nation general. until his son dies
Ruthless.
at Ba
A
Sing Se.
murderer.
Exactly. Like he was like the best. He was gonna be like king or whatever, the Fire Lord. But then his son dies and he has a change of heart. He's like, "What I'm doing is wrong." Oh my god.
I like tea instead.
I've killed so many people's sons just like my son died. Yeah. Because Iroh's story is just sad. I don't know how well a story. I mean, I'd enjoy such a thing, but
That's what I've heard.
also,
Is like
I could
Iroh's
be
a really cool
completely
guy.
wrong.
But,
I could be completely wrong. Isn't his voice actor like dead? I don't know. Like I could be
Yes,
pulling that out of my ass,
yes.
but I think like I don't think like who's gonna voice him? Some other dude? Like I think he already died. A bit late.
New Iroh.
I don't want a new Iroh.
I don't think anybody would want a new Iroh.
Exactly.
Isn't he beloved?
Yeah, he's beloved. Like why would you want it?
Yeah,
Yeah, as
I
I
mean,
said,
he's beloved.
you should just pick a completely random avatar from hundreds of years ago that has nothing to do with the current story. That's what they should do. Let me write it. Let me get in there.
Let him in the room.
That's what they should do.
Let
New
him cook.
cartoon prequel from like a long time
Directed
ago.
by Tyler.
Not directed by me. I mean, I just let me organize it.
Directed by the
Written by
story
Tyler.
master.
Let me like tell all those dumbass execs that don't know what they're doing and let the actual creators cook. Create something in their own universe instead of just rehashing the same thing. Like because Korra is the future. There's nothing new to add post Korra. You can't make a
They
new.
got a bloodbender in that show, don't they?
They got
Yeah,
a bloodbender
probably.
and regular Avatar too.
Yeah, I mean
They do?
they have lava benders in Korra.
Well, lava benders are not as cool as like bloodbenders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I
What
will say the
element you guys
bloodbender and
picking?
regular
What
Avatar,
elements
Josh.
you guys picking, huh? What element you guys picking, huh?
Is there an evil one inherently other than blood?
Fire,
Blood.
the water bending.
Ugh.
Are we going based off of like present day, or are we talking about like in the universe?
Just whatever you want to base it on. What
I
what
get
type do you want?
freaky.
I want air.
Yeah, I want blood bending.
I want air bending. It's rad.
I want earthbending actually.
Yeah, I think earthbending's the second best.
Because I do have a reasoning. Okay, say it's present day metal bending as an offset. Present
that's
day
what
would go
Matt said.
crazy. Like bloodbending's gay.
It is gay.
What?
Josh's gonna bloodbend his own cock to give himself an erection.
Yeah.
Dude, you
ED
realize how?
destroyer.
Yeah, do you realize how? Like, I'd be such a powerful being. My
Airbenders
game
I would
would
not
be
want to be known as the
insane.
wiener manipulator guy. Like,
Airbenders
dude.
can make a bubble around someone's head and suck all the air out of them and kill them.
airbenders could literally explode, like rupture someone's lungs. Like airbenders could be the ones that could be like violent. Like
Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
thinking
why
of
they have
like
to be
blood.
monks, otherwise they'd be
Sorry,
insane murderers.
I'm
Like the one
thinking
guy
of
in
like
Korra.
that
Tyler's on
one blood from Mortal Kombat. I can't remember her
But
name.
I want to do the fun stuff. I want to make like air balls, ride it around, fly on my glider, chill with bisons. I think
like,
airbenders are
Tyler's
rad.
trying to be on that
I could be a
Kira
real villain.
Yoshikage kind of vibe.
No, I'm not. Josh is. I just
Yeah, I
want to
could be
live
a
a
real
peaceful
villain.
life as one of those monks. They look like they have a lot of fun.
Kira Yoshikage wants to live a peaceful life.
Yeah, I
He wanted to
think
kill
it'd be
anybody.
peak.
I want to
Neither
not
did
do
he.
the
He wanted to
murdering
live a
part.
peaceful life.
Yeah, but he also wanted to suck on ladies' fingers.
Okay, that is a little funky.
God, when are we gonna end up doing the JoJo podcast? Good lord.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
We-
really
hey,
good.
As loath as I am to suggest the idea, we all own All-Star Battle, right? PR?
The JoJo
The
fighting
new one,
game.
of course.
The fighting game?
Yeah, we do all own it.
Oh, dude, I'd trash you with Rohan.
Listen, buddy. All right, I'm not
Rohan is
saying you would.
dirty.
I'm not saying you would. It was a suggestion. And then forget that.
Blood, your day would be ruined. Blood, your
Rohan
day
is
would be
dirt nasty
ruined.
in that game.
Yeah.
Rohan is a menace.
Forget my suggestion. You know what,
Exactly. You do not want to fight me. You do not want to You do not want to meet me on the battleground. You do not
I
want to
will
meet
not
me in.
pursue you.
You do not want to meet me in Dolphin State Penitentiary.
Shout out to
I
my
will
boy
not-
Rohan, by the way. Has one of the coolest stands by far, in my opinion.
I
Evan's
will
door
say,
is
Very
rad as
yeah,
strong.
hell.
Very,
Door,
very strong.
Evan's door is so cool.
like in
Yeah,
the
shout
show,
out to
it
Turned
doesn't
into a
seem very cool.
bozo. Get booked.
Get red.
I've been reading your
I
shit.
heard there was supposed to be more.
They have a TV show
Yeah.
about him. Live action.
Well, yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Seriously?
The Kokushige Rohan.
I've never watched it,
Oh.
but I know it exists.
I watched it. It went hard. But here's the thing. He it didn't. I don't think he really used Heaven's Door that much in it. But
That's disappointing.
even
fine.
despite that, it was really good.
I just like Rohan's character. I love him so much.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Just the
I
scene
I
of him
love
being
how.
I refuse. I wanted to say my whole life to refuse something that I couldn't. Because fuck you. This is so funny to
Yeah.
me.
I just find it funny that
He
Rohan
should be
is
your
the
favorite
one
character,
character.
Josh. He's a true hater.
He is a hater.
He is.
But-
He is a certified hater, actually.
He is a
Well,
full-blooded hater. He's awesome.
I just find it funny that like Rohan himself has subverted part 4 completely, and now he has his own thing because Araki just really just wanted somebody to be like, this is the life, right? This is what I do, right? Like I find interesting topics and make them into manga, but in very creative ways. Like I find that is like a very unique take, because Rohan does the same thing, obviously, and that's why we get like the thus Rohan Kashibi thing or whatever that's on like Netflix, is because like Rohan's going out and hearing about these like wild deeds that be happening, and then he goes and investigates. He's like, hold on, I can write a manga about this.
I read a fact checker.
Yeah, he's literally the fact checker. He's gonna go out and he's gonna write a like.
National verifier.
Yeah, I find it interesting. But
It
shout
is
out to my
funny.
mans.
the fucking the episode where he's against the fucking.
Oh
last
yeah,
week.
but
Rohan
me
just being
and
a-
Tyler have heavily debated that episode
Rohan is
I
just
will
straight up a
state-
hater in that episode. It's so funny.
because okay, John, what's your opinion? Is that guy a stand user?
I think so, yeah.
Because the way that they worded that,
That's
they
just
said
what
he's
Rohan's assuming, though. This
well,
is how
yeah,
he
but
says
like
it. That doesn't
I-
make fact.
he said that he was an avatar of Hermes, which I did not take as this guy's a stand user. I think he is something
I
different.
would. No,
I th-
here's the thing.
I
You can
think he was
interpret
just
it
a
couple
stand
different ways.
user who didn't know how to control his powers yet, just like how we see throughout the show
There's-
with other characters. They
there's
just
the
use
thing,
their
yeah.
ability without realizing it.
I think he's a stand user for one of
Like
two
you literally
reasons.
see his stand at one point a little bit. Like, brother, it's there. You can see it.
Like, I think it's a stand for one of two reasons. Okay, one, of course, the powers, of course, like, even though they say he's an avatar of Hermes, that is how you would describe
Yeah,
something.
that's just Rohan describing it.
Not
for his
no, like
story.
if you see a super buff dude who can lift like 1,200 kilos, you're gonna go, holy shit, he's like
Why would
Hercules
you?
Reborn.
Why'd you just use kilos?
Because that's
I
what
don't
they
know.
use in Japanese. I don't know.
Yeah, like,
Use pounds.
but
buddy.
anyway, okay. Or you can take it another way, right? For us JoJo intellectuals, right?
Anubis
the
and
earlier part-
whatnot in part 3.
In the earlier
yeah.
part, they did refer to different stands under like the Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, they could be referencing like, oh, his stand is just quote unquote Hermes.
Yeah. Just like with Anubis and whatnot.
I don't know because
Yeah.
like I took that as something different whenever I
don't know.
like saw that
I
because I was
disagree.
like he
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
they well
Yeah.
yeah he's dead.
Spoiler.
quote unquote.
Spoiler.
Well, that's the whole
That
point.
we
is
know
he
of.
does-
That
he-
we know of.
He thinks he's still alive. He doesn't think he's
Yeah.
dead. That's the whole point. He just fucking books it 'cause he's like, I know
It's
if I look down
unknown.
that thing, he's gonna grab me and throw me at the fucking
Yeah.
building. Theron just books it and leaves.
Because I just took that as something different because, like, the avatar of Hermes is the way that he worded it. And I was like, oh, so,
Well, 'cause
like,
here's the thing,
It's
right?
just manga flair. It's manga artist flair. You
I don't
know?
know. I
Yeah.
just took it as something different because of that.
Well,
Because I
listen,
think
here,
that had significance.
if you really
I
want
think
to
the
get
fact that
technical
you
about it,
literally
Josh,
see his stand hovering behind him is more proof than just Rohan saying, "Oh, he's like the avatar of Hermes."
if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, as someone who I like to study mythology, saying that he's the avatar of Hermes, it does directly go against one thing. Hermes wasn't really the competitive type. Like, Hermes was a messenger of the gods. He was
He
really
was just
fast. He got
fast. Yeah.
yeah, that's all he was. This guy was straight up like, listen, you're gonna compete with me, or I'm gonna bash your skull in with a brick. Like,
Not
you're
very
gonna do this.
Hermes-like.
No. So to say he was an avatar of Hermes, that's trying to portray Hermes as like an overly competitive guy, when in reality he wasn't. Like, and even then, Hermes was only had his powers. He didn't have anything like special, like Zeus has his, like, he can make thunderbolts and stuff. Hermes just had winged sandals, which made him fast. So
yeah,
like,
which is what the guy gets on his heels. Not his heels, his like calves.
Because you don't, like, do you actually see his stand, or do you just, because I
Yeah,
can't
it
remember.
starts to appear behind him.
yeah,
It starts to manifest.
Because
It's in,
I
like,
thought
smoke
the
and
only
whatnot.
thing that you saw was like the like sandal thing on his ankles.
Yeah, that's what
no,
shows up
'cause that's
first, and then as
where
he starts
the-
running more, you start to see his stand behind him.
Because I couldn't remember
his
that.
body starts to change, where you see the, like, the sandal thing on his ankles. You see like the wings on his
Head.
back. Yeah, and then in the background you see, like, almost like that, like, mirage you get above the road on a hot day.
Yeah,
So what was going on was he was most likely in the middle of a stand awakening
yeah.
over time. Because they
Mm,
never said, like, oh, you get stabbed and your stand is there, or the next day it's there. It could take time, and most likely with a stand like that, where it's all about physical body, could have been something where it's like, oh, I'm compelled to train and train and train and train, and then my stand, appears, and sort of like
yeah.
uh like Silver Chariot Requiem. Like, once he got hit by the arrow, he was kind of like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna protect this. Like, I just feel compelled to do this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think a better
Interesting.
example is like Koichi when his stand first showed up. Like, he just didn't really use it, or
I really,
Trish as
really
well.
don't like him.
Because here's another thing, Josh. Right? You say that he's saying like an avatar of Hermes because you don't physically see a stand, but Koichi's girlfriend, right? Her hair powers. Is that a stand?
Did they say that's a stand?
Yeah, she gets stabbed by the arrow and everything.
But there is
Oh.
no, like, physical stand for her.
Yeah, not all stands like have a dude. Just like the
Like
guy,
Hermit.
the guy with the lock, as well.
That
in
is a
part
good
4.
point. Yeah, that is a good point. I never thought about that guy. That is a good point.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters. The guy who just has the telephone tower as well. Like, not all stands like show up as a dude.
What a fucked up stand.
That stand is the most scuffed. It's like, you are trapped inside of me now.
Well, see, that begs the question: how the fuck did that happen? Because here's the thing, right?
Well, he got shot
Is
with
that
the arrow, and that's what his stand manifests as. My
Yeah,
understanding, that
but
guy just lived at that antenna tower, and his stand just kind of took over.
okay? Because I
Kind of
was
like
gonna say, like,
strength, where like it was like the
imagine being
rowboat.
in the city and, like, you get stabbed, and it's like, alrighty, buddy, I now sentence you to telephone tower, and you just get sucked all the way over. Like,
No, I think the guy just lived at that tower beforehand. I think it's been a while
the
since I saw that episode, but I think that's what they said.
monkey.
That episode still, like, part 3 has some of the most out of pocket episodes, like that one and the fucking one where, like the pedophile episode. Like, bad look for part 3. They had the sex offender monkey and the pedophile guy. in both part 3. Like they don't have anything that bad in like
Oh
the other
yeah, I
parts.
forgot about that guy that Polinaru from in like
It's literally like, I
Jotaro just
turn you into a
beside like
child,
yeah,
and I will prey on children, and I'm
and
gonna watch you
Jotaro just
bathe.
like Jotaro just bypasses the fact that he's a child and he's like, all right,
Because he was strong.
I'm
as a
gonna solve
kid.
this.
He could still beat his ass even as a toddler, which is so funny. Just imagining
go back
Jotaro
and
on the
watch.
playground beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch JoJo again.
Can I just say, right? Watching part 4 for the first time, the where Kira is explaining his backstory to the ambulance lady, the dubbed version. I saw a meme of that first, and I was like, "Oh, that's really funny." He's like, "It gave me a rock hard cock." I was like, that shit is hilarious. And I saw it real time on TV,
Not
and
hilarious.
like, no fucking way. They did not- I thought I was having a fever dream. I was literally like, this is not happening. He did not just say that.
Kira Yoshikage is a prime example of why you don't have a child later in life. Parents were like fucking 50 when they had him. He turned out to be a freak.
But you know, he's a villain. You know, he's a real villain.
The
Truly
villain,
one of the
alright.
best villains.
Truly, I love as a villain. I really do enjoy him.
Yeah.
Bites the Dust was pretty cool.
Oh my god, yeah.
All of his stand ability, like even sheer heart attack, as simplistic as it was, even that
Was
shit was
really
kinda
good.
Pretty
Yeah. Like I don't think sheer heart attack gets enough like credit because you don't see it long enough.
Fucker, I think it gives it plenty of credit. It almost killed Jotaro. I think that gives it a lot of credit when you almost
Yeah,
killed
but I
Jotaro.
feel like you don't see it long enough to be like, oh, this is actually like
I think you
my
do.
brother in Christ.
Most people think of
My
Bites
brother in
the
Christ.
Dust,
You
or,
say
you know,
okay. My brother in Christ. Koichi fights a thing and it is stopped temporarily by gravity. But then it's like, hold
Yeah,
on
but
now.
It's stronger than Star Platinum's punches.
Yeah. But I wish it was just given more time. You know what I mean?
It was given like 2 whole episodes almost.
I'm just saying, right?
It was given as much
Listen,
time
hear
as
me
any
out,
other
okay?
stand.
You know how Kira stored stray cat in his belly compartment, right?
Yeah.
Things
lucky of him.
would have been a whole lot different if he had stored sheer heart attack in there.
Well, it
Oh,
was
you
on his
know,
glove.
No, but yeah, he could take it off his glove. Nobody, come on, that would have been an insane twist. Nobody's sitting there going, hold on, I think that emblem on his glove is gone. Like, imagine he's just like, all right, buddy, this is it. Opens up his belly, fires out sheer heart attack. They're done.
How's that better than shooting bubbles that are invisible?
Yeah, I think the bubble thing is better
Exactly.
in the stomach.
Yeah, I think
I
the
don't know,
bubbles are
sheer
more
heart-
OP. Invisible exploding bubbles, pretty strong.
All right, well, hear me out. What would have Josuke have done?
I mean, we don't
Just
know
sheer
for
heart.
certain, but he could. His fixing power might just make it shoot back to his hand, for all we know. He never interacts with it. For all we know, he could just put it back over and over again.
Take that
Return to
shit back.
sender. Yeah, for all we know. We don't know how.
Okuyasu, so fucking dying and then coming back.
He's built different. That's why Okuyasu is the GOAT.
Yeah, I
Guys,
love him.
my near-death experience has taught me how to use my stand much better. Give me the cat.
Yoink.
Okuyasu is truly a goat.
I love Okuyasu.
Truly.
Out of all of the JoJo, like,
Sidekicks.
right? Yeah, who's you guys' favorite?
Okuyasu.
Mista.
That is a close second.
Yeah,
I'm like, to be
Say.
honest, it's Mista, then it's like Okuyasu.
yeah,
But,
they're
like-
both like that. I like Mista more though. Yeah, Mista.
Yeah. Mista's just like so goated to me.
Would be
So-
Anasui if that fucker got more screen time.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love
I
Anasui.
love him. The deconstructor, the deassembler.
It's so funny.
Just the fact that me
Hyper
and Tyler,
down.
yeah,
Disassembled
like just me,
bozo.
yeah, me and Tyler the entire time were just like, get deassembled, bozo.
You really missed out, John. Me and Josh
was
watched
so
all of part
good.
6 together when it was airing. You really missed
It was a
out not being
long
there.
night. It was a long night, but it was really good. By the end of it was like 5:30, 5:40 in the morning.
And we
or
did
whatever.
it 3 times.
Yeah. It was
Very drop.
crazy.
Oh, Maiden. Okay. What are your guys' thoughts on Maiden Heaven?
They did it perfectly.
I mean, yeah. What do you
Yeah,
mean in general? It was cool.
I loved it.
I like the
I
design
like.
of Seamoon personally more. I think he
Oh,
looks
dude.
cooler, but obviously Maidenhead's cooler overall.
I think Maiden Heaven is like, yet again, you cannot go any higher than that peak.
I just didn't
Right?
like that it looked like a horse. That's the only part I didn't like about it.
I can get behind it because I'm like, I know what came before it, and it's like it evolves, right? Because you go from like the what is
Design
it like?
wise, Seamoon was my favorite for sure.
It's
I liked
Seamoon
the
was good.
Seamoon. Seamoon looked
Maiden
cool.
Heaven has the horse, and the next part is Steel Ball Run with the horses. It ties
Dude,
in.
yeah,
of
like
course.
it's so. Oh, dude, when that gets animated,
We ain't
I'm
talking about that.
gonna bust.
That's
But
actual
not the
spoilers.
point.
We're not talking about that one.
Yeah. I really like the design of White Snake.
I did as well, but White Snake's just kind of lame, so it kind of loses. a lot of
Yeah, like
points.
White Snake doesn't have like a really like. I think White
Afterwards-
Snake has a cool ability, but yet again, I think.
White Snake,
I
shoot this.
Yeah, White Snake did like okay. White Snake got a. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think White Snake got a good amount of screen time?
Yeah, he got more screen time than like most villains.
Because I was like,
Because White Snake
It's
is like
always-
there for like almost the entire show.
yeah,
Like, with all
because
the
he has
other
White
main
Snake for a
villains, like,
really
their
long
stand
time.
only shows up at the very end, but White Snake was like there the whole time since like the first
And then
episode,
he-
pretty much.
He gets See Moon toward the end anyway.
I will say,
Whatever.
the ending, right, with Emporio.
That goes so
Do you-
hard.
I
Yeah, do you
know.
think they did a good job with it?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I
It was
think
so
they did.
cool.
Yeah, it was picturesque. I could not have asked for a better ending.
That was
Well, I
awesome.
mean, okay, let me rephrase it. Do you think they did a good job tying it all together so that people weren't like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Like,
Yeah,
I
I really do.
understood it.
Yeah, because like for
Basically,
me,
it reset the timeline so that Poochie never existed, pretty much.
yeah, like for me, I read the manga for that. Like I was ready for that.
A little confusing, but
It is definitely confusing, but once you like figure that out,
And I accidentally like the bad thing is like I accidentally spoiled
You
Tyler on
spoiled
how it
for
happened.
me, yeah.
But the thing is that like Tyler was able to like watch it and then he was like, "Oh, this is how this works." And I think that like how it comes together was really creatively done, and I think it was like
I
for
just
me,
like how the entire cast truly gets a happy ending for once. That's the
Yeah.
best part.
yeah, that's
It
pretty
truly
good.
does feel like the end of the, Joestar family line or whatever you want to call that
it
part of the
does.
story. Like Jotaro and his family gets to finally be happy.
Cuz like for me, I will admit, like at the end, I think I did almost like I did almost cry because it was like it was a
Is-
long time coming, and also the fact that it was like it was so perfectly done. Like they stayed so close to how it was done in the manga. Obviously, is what I always say. It was like it was borderline like frame for frame whenever it came to like Maiden Heaven, like the very end, like it was
had it Foo
it was
Fighters.
so well done. Yeah, Foo Fighters was like so goated, and I was like, everything just came together in a perfect whirlwind where like part 6 was so well done.
So, end of part 6, right? They reset the timeline. You know what that
Yeah.
means?
No,
The
no, no, no.
entire.
They didn't
entirety
reset
of-
the timeline. The
They're just
timeline.
back to where they're just back.
The timeline is exactly the same, except Poochie didn't exist. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that changed in the timeline.
Because at the end, remember, they all had different names.
That's
Yeah.
because that's explained. Because their souls all got reset. Just that group did. But like Jotaro and all them would be the same, pretty much. So the explanation for why Jolene's name changed is because Jotaro basically wasn't as scared of Poochie before, so he kind of raised her better. instead of being afraid or whatever of Poochie, is basically
I
how
see.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that changes. Because as we know, that's the reason they were able to come back at all, is because
then
their
here's the thing.
souls.
If Poochie didn't exist, right? Then Dio's whole like how he handled things too could have been fucked up. What if Giorno just wasn't born?
No,
What
That
if
would
no,
be
no.
that would be a turn.
Well, he didn't have any. Poochie didn't have any interaction with any of the other
No.
parts.
True.
Poochie met Dio?
Back
you
in
know,
part 3.
Yeah, but he didn't
Yeah.
interact with
Oh.
anything. Is the thing. So it doesn't affect anything if he was
Yeah,
there or
because
not.
Poochie was an independent force, technically.
Exactly. Poochie doesn't
Yeah.
do anything until part 6, pretty much. He just kisses Dio's ass. That's the only thing that changes.
Yeah. That
Dio
is
didn't
true.
have anyone to kiss in his bedroom or whatever and tell his secrets. That's the only thing that was removed in the story. Because basically what happened is the timeline it wasn't that it was reset, it was that it was returned to how it was before, but the souls, so basically all their souls were returned, because what Poochie was doing was manipulating with the souls of everyone. And that's why he had to kill them all first, so their souls wouldn't be able to return in his newly created world. That's why in that version, like, Jotaro and all them are fucked up, because they don't have their souls, and the world just, like, placed in dummies, pretty much. But whenever Empoleon does it, he's able to reset the timeline without Poochie's influence, so their souls were able to return back. And basically, fate gives them a better life, is how it's described. Fate rewards them. And so they didn't have this horrible life that fate pushes them on to force them into this prison together. Fate basically, because fate is basically God, pretty much in the universe, pretty much is how it works. And fate basically rewards all of them by giving them better lives. So instead of like Anasui killing, his girlfriend or whatever and ending up in jail, he just met Jolene instead and like just lived a happier life, is basically how it's explained.
He doesn't lose the ring to the crocodile.
But Jotaro,
so good.
everything before part 6, Jotaro still went through, so Jotaro is still the same.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Just
did
in,
not
like-
change. But
Just in like you guys' opinion, like what is your guys' like favorite stand for part 6?
for part 6,
For me, Weather Report.
I was gonna
mine's
say
Diver
what
Down. I love Diver Down.
Diver Down was cool.
Yeah, I like Diver Down, but I think Weather Report is like a really cool premise. Like I think Weather Report is really good, and then obviously like Jolene's is really nice.
I like
can't-
Kiss as well, but I don't think it got
Oh,
enough screen time.
Hermes, yeah. Hermes is really good.
If it was a little easier to understand, it'd be a little cooler. But Dragon's Dream,
I was also thinking about that one, but basically,
Yeah.
it's a little bit like the average Joe like wouldn't be able to use it. So we're going by like something I could use. I would say Diver Down. Yeah, Diver Down is pretty.
Diver Down is sweet, yeah.
Diver
Like
Down is
Diver Down is
disassembled.
probably my second. Yeah. Diver
So
Down
he
is
gets-
probably my second,
like-
but like obviously like my first is like Weather Report. I think Weather Report just has like a sweet vibe.
Diver Down is so versatile. Like
Oh yeah, it is.
he can take apart the enemy. He can go into other shit. He can go inside
you
you.
can climb on him.
Yeah,
I love the versatility of like Hermes too. Like Kiss is like really good. But like for me, I think just like seeing what they did with Weather Report just made me love it more. Like they
Weather Report
gave
was so
life to
fucking
Weather
crazy.
Report like I never thought they would.
God, you want to talk about a fucked up character? That guy really got fucked. Weather
Like
Report got
dude,
done dirty, dude.
he
Yeah,
got
Weather-
done so bad.
Those
Like, I feel
racist
bad for the guy.
Floridians.
For real, like
Won't let him fuck his sister. Like, come on now. You guys
Yeah.
should love that. Sister fucking should be something you guys are down for. So what
part
if
of the
he's a wee
South.
bit? So what if
you
he's
know?
a wee bit African?
Yeah, like he
He's clearly
did-
light skinned.
at least deserved that, you know what I mean? Like he at least deserved to have a little reward, right? But no, he was not given that at all.
But yeah, for
you know?
example, he got a better life when they returned it back to normal. He
Thank
too
God.
is rewarded.
I
Foo
also
Fighters,
okay. Foo
Yeah.
Fighters is really good.
Foo Fighters is
Just
the worst.
quick. Yeah, it's not like a great stand, but I really
It's
liked how they did
literally
it.
worst Mista. Just a gun.
Yeah, it is.
But sucks.
But like, I liked the premise of how it was created. Okay, but quick mention that once the guy with the sniper rifle, or the
the UFO with the key.
yeah, I think he was really cool. The guy, like basically was the hitman in the series, or the hitman in Part 8, where he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go after Jotaro," shoots him like 3 times, 4 times, whatever, how many times. Like, I thought that guy was really cool, despite
What about
his, nonsense.
what about the little green dude? What's his Yo-Yo Ma or whatever? What are your thoughts on that guy, huh?
I put
Oh,
whole
good
lord
lord.
people.
I thought it was a really good like stand for the fact that like it has like initial
He's a
shock
real
value.
trickster.
Yeah.
He's a wee bit
Little goblin.
dubious.
I did like to be honest with you, I liked all the stands in Part 6. The way
They
that they
all
were
look really
like
good.
yeah, the way that they animated it and the way that they illustrated all the stands coming together was really well done.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
Now
dude.
that, right? Could
Yeah.
you imagine just being a dude that you're just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna make every beloved cartoon all come to life.
I know. That
Brilliant.
one is the one that I initially think of whenever I go to Part 6. Cuz I'm like,
The one that
"Oh,
made me the
dude,
most confused was the one, like the Dio's other son that had like the fucking airplane thing. Like that one
Yeah.
confused me the most. Like I'm like, what?
like
I've
for me though, like
recreated this airplane crash, and you're in it, and it's gonna explode any minute now.
yeah.
It's like
But
what?
every time I think of Part 6, I just immediately go back to like the Bohemian Rhapsody thing where they meet the artist guy. I forget his name.
There you go.
Why? Yeah, Van Gogh in the old ear thing. Yeah, that's the thing I remember is like that scene in particular, and I'm like, and then the big bad wolf thing. It is so well done.
Now,
I
Tyler,
love
I will
that.
say, as far as the plane thing, you know how his stand works, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, pretty much like forces you to relive the past events. Pretty much,
yeah.
it's pretty much
I
just a
mean,
better version of what's his name? Fuck, guy from 5. Damn it. What's that?
The thing is
stand?
that I'm blanking on the guy that you're thinking of as well.
Yeah, what the fuck
so
is his stand?
his stand, Josh, it was Underworld.
Yeah. I know. No. I'm talking about
Well,
the dude
yeah,
in
I'm
part 5
talking
that
about
can
the guy from
recreate-
5.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I'm blanking on that
recreates
too.
the
yeah.
spot, but his stand just recreates it. He has like the playback numbers on his forehead. What is his name? Fuck.
Moody Blues.
Moody Blues. Yeah. It's pretty much the same.
Anabakio.
It's just like Underworld is just an upgraded version of that, pretty much.
Abakio's death. Yeah, I teared up. That was
Oh
sad.
my
That was
god.
really
Yeah,
fucking sad.
I mean, pretty much all
Dude.
the deaths in part 5 were sad.
Yeah,
They
part
all get-
5
Part
really
5,
got to me.
like they get done
I
so
don't-
dirty in part 5.
Dude.
But seeing that happen, where like the split frame where you watch the kid run by and you see the pink hair and you're like,
Yeah.
hold it. And then just hearing the noise and it's like, oh
Yep.
fuck.
For me, like what really caused me to like, and I told Tyler about this. Like I see
Narancia really
like
threw there.
yeah, Narancia for me was like the worst. I was like, I loved Narancia's character so much.
He's like a
And
bratty
just-
kid.
No, I really thought like for me, Narancia was like my favorite part of the gang. Other than like obviously why Bruno. Like
Bucciarati.
yeah, like for me, Narancia was like goated. And then obviously after
God, Sticky
Narancia
Fingers
and
somehow
Bruno.
is so cool. Even though it's
I
such a
know.
lame concept.
It's a simple concept, but it does it so
loopers.
well.
But it's so cool.
And I thought like the way they did like obviously Narancia's and like Aerosmith with his plane. Oh my god, so well done.
I mean, I think it's kind of lame.
It's
Toy airplane. It's kind of
yeah, it's a weaker stand, of course, but like, you know,
I mean,
I
guess
just think that
reading this C2 like radar is pretty cool.
I think the way they did it was really good. So they didn't make it appear as weak as it really was. Like, because you would think that having like a small toy plane
It is
that
kind of
could shoot
interesting that the
actual
guys
bullets.
in Part 5, like overall, do have the weakest stands. Like Moody Blues, like
Out of
Sex
Yeah.
every stand,
Pistols.
out of every stand, which one did you guys dislike the most?
Oh.
What do you mean in general?
In general, every
Well, the
part.
pedophile one, obviously.
Not based on like their user or anything, just their ability. Which
Anubis.
one
Yeah.
did you want to fuck with?
I still
No,
agree.
Anubis. Easily.
Well, yeah, that one sucks.
That
Well-
one is really bad. Anubis is just like, I'm a sword!
And also,
I'm gonna
mind
possess
controls
you to
you.
use me.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
like-
the obvious pick is the one that only works when you're dead. That one's
Yeah.
pretty bad as well.
Oh, yeah, notorious pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a normal
Well,
guy, but if I die, you're gonna... With my secret treasure, I summon Big Raga, the Opstopper.
Yeah, like,
I
okay,
ain't
to be
dying,
honest
we
with you,
dying.
the notorious big thing was really cool though, just to
It's
see
very
how
cool,
like
but I mean-
just to see how like I don't know, just to see how like wasn't that the thing with Trish or whatever where she like basically fought that?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Trish's.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I thought,
Yeah,
but just to
Spicy
see how
Girl.
Spice Girls fought, like I think that was a great fight.
I wish she.
or whatever.
I wish she got more limelight. I thought her stand was cool.
I
That's her only
know!
scene.
That's the thing that I wish too is like Trish should have got more time overall, and
Yeah.
I'm really sad they didn't do her justice.
They really didn't.
Like I think for like a one-off, yeah, like I think they did okay, but like she should at least got one more fight, right?
I would say for a lame stand, right? Of course, yeah, like Anubis and the Shadow one set. There's one more that comes to mind, right? And I saw it and I was like, yeah, it's good, it works, but it's so fucking lame compared to everything else we've seen in the JoJo verse. There's one that I saw and I was like, wow, that's so vanilla. It's
Yeah.
same.
The lock.
Tiny feet.
Oh yeah,
He just
I'll
makes you
agree.
some.
yeah, I agree.
That's it. I saw that and I was just like, that's it.
You know,
You just-
okay, I always say this, but the one stand that I wish we got more of, or at least I wish we would have gotten more of in 5, is Metallica.
Yes, Metallica could have. Oh, Metallica could have went
If-
fucking crazy.
If Metallica would have got like one more fight where it wasn't against Doppio, oh, I like because just alone like the Metallica scene, where he goes against Doppio and like he's got like epitaph or whatever up, is like it made me enjoy Nero's character so much.
Say right. What is Metallica's true ability? Is Metallica's true ability
It's
they
controlling
control?
metal.
Yeah, it's like controlling iron or like metal in particular.
Well, here's something, right? Theoretically, right? If Nero really wanted to, imagine the fucking chaos he could cause in like
I
a
know.
city. Like,
Well, it's short range. You can't do it like super far.
Well,
It still has to be close.
yeah,
but...
well, there
It's-
you go. What if he had gotten the stand arrow? What if he had got? What if we have a universe? We could have
Metallica
Metallica
Requiem.
where it's
Requiem.
Metallica Requiem would go crazy, bro.
Like,
I would love to see that.
no longer just I can control the iron in your body, but I can make iron in your body.
That would be
Like-
really cool.
Imagine turning them to a fucking cinder block. Like,
Just the scene where like obviously like it's Doppio and like Nero fighting or Risotto fighting, where he just manifests scissors in his neck
Yeah, it's
and he
so-
has to like
so
pry them
crazy.
out is so visceral.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I think that's like that alone was really good. And the fact that he like
imagine having ability you can see the future, and you're just like, boss, I got a problem. I see scissors growing out of my neck.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's the
well, just
because
talk about it for it.
without King Crimson, like the power to see the future is like, oh, I'm fucked. Go
Yeah.
fuck.
No,
And-
because even the power of the see the future, that's still like you see yourself like vomiting
Well,
up razor.
Just
Razor
remember,
blade,
that's the
yeah.
whole thing. That's the whole thing. He can't stop it from happening.
Yeah,
unless
it just
he has
automatically
King Crimson
happens.
because of fate. Yeah. So like he just knows that he's gonna get fucked up because the whole thing was like him just like finding a way to stall until Diavolo could awaken or whatever. But yeah,
And I love
Epitaph
how
alone sucks.
well, I think Epitaph is a really cool idea,
So
obviously.
that-
But just the fact that Doppio undergoes physical changes when Diavolo awakens, I love that.
that is cool. Like
Yeah, the idea behind that where it's like a borderline personality disorder thing.
Well, it is personality disorder.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I
didn't
call
they
it
describe
it's the borderline personality disorder.
Yeah, because they described it as literally two souls. Because remember, during the whole
Yeah.
soul swapping,
Yeah.
how fucked up is that though? He soul swaps. And he's just there, just like, boss, please, I'm begging you, please call me. That was sad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit,
Just lying in
And-
Bucciarati's body.
Oh my god.
this guy is just a average minimum wage employee. He got fired. You hate to see it.
And the fact that wasn't Polnareff the turtle? If I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
correctly. Yeah, I was
Well, that
like,
saved his
dude,
life.
they
That
didn't
was goated. He was gonna
Yeah,
die
I
if he
mean-
didn't turn into the turtle.
still though, they did my man dirty. You could have just gave him like a
He
normal
liked being the
suit skin.
turtle.
I mean, yeah, but you could
He
have
was
given
like,
him a
"I'm actually
body
kinda
where he
cool with
has
being the
normal
turtle."
range of motion, you know?
I'm curious. I feel bad
mean,
for
like-
the turtle because that means the turtle died because it got swapped with Polnareff's body and died.
Like honestly, I think Polnareff got like the short end of the stick his entire life, obviously. Like
Yeah.
if you think back to like part 3 and
so lit.
onward, like, dude,
What
my
else
guy's got the most ops I've ever seen.
he literally does. It's so good. I love Polnareff.
So
I
think
love
about
him
like
too.
think about it like this, right? Polnareff gets put into the turtle, right? How long does he have to live for?
Well, that's what he talks about. He says it's not gonna be. He says because his soul's still like kind of weak. He says he won't live like for that long as the turtle.
I don't know, because at the end, when Jorno becomes like the boss and everything, don't we see Polnareff like just as a fucking like advisor, like there? He's just like chilling there. Or...
Probably. I don't know.
I
don't
think
remember
so.
that.
I think he is, but I can't remember
Yeah,
that either.
Polnareff himself mentions that he isn't gonna probably live that long, anyways.
Keep talking about JoJo. I gotta pee.
I feel bad for the viewers because yeah, I was like, when's the JoJo podcast? And we just turned
Here it
this
is.
podcast into like the JoJo podcast. That's all we've been talking about now. But anyways, I
Well,
always
from this part is to show about our love and our interests,
true.
and to connect the viewers and the
Yeah.
the JoJo viewers out there are gonna really connect with us.
I gotta say, shout out to my boy Harvest. Okay, that stands pretty good at.
The shame it was wielded by a moron.
It's same with fucking the hand, bro. Like, how do these bozos get the best stands?
Yeah, what's so funny is right, if he just wielded Harvest a little bit differently, right? Kira his ass would have been grass right there. Like what, you're gonna touch
Really?
one explodes?
He
Like-
literally like threatened to cut out his throat at one point. It's like, brother, you should have just did it. This guy's crazy. When this brother summoned a weird demon skull-headed freak behind him, I would have obliterated this guy.
Yeah.
That
Do you wanna
was
see
so
me?
scary.
And it's just the literal devil.
Yeah.
It's just like screeching. It's like, oh, I don't think I should. I don't like that.
Mommy.
Mommy.
It was bad for my boy Shigechi, whatever his name is.
And nobody even fucking like really questioned. Like nobody was super upset about it. They were just like, huh.
I mean,
Shigechi
Josuke was.
He questioned about it, but after they discovered Kira, they never pursued it further. They were never like, did you kill Shigechi?
Well, they already
like,
knew he died because they asked the ghost, and she's like, "Yeah, I saw him."
oh, yeah, they did, yeah, because
Yeah.
they saw him fucking
Because they
load in the-
immediately, after that, Josuke's like, "Oh my god, I think he just died," and they immediately go to the ghost lady. She's like, "Yeah, he did."
freaking died. I think Shigechi is dead.
And then, yeah, Josuke gets super mad, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill Kira. I'm gonna fuck this guy up for fucking up my boy. I hated his guts, but I still want revenge." Because, yeah, there's the whole scene when he's gathered there, and he's like, "I don't know how I should feel. Should I be, like, mad or sad?" They're like, "Yeah, Josuke cared. Don't downplay my boy's death, He may have looked like Dodoria, but Josuke still liked him at least a little bit."
Right, he did.
Yeah, that one was rough because
They
like
fucked up my boy.
I really do love that scene
Shout out
where
to his
it's
mama
like
and papa. They must be some freaks.
for real. But like just watching that happen where like he goes to touch the doorknob or whatever.
God,
And it just, like-
that scene still makes zero sense to me. How did Kira sneak around this high school with no one seeing
Yeah.
him?
Like
It
my brother
doesn't
in
make
Christ,
any
how'd you do that?
Like, how did a brother do that? Not only that, but he's also like in the second story window. Like, did brother just climb up the fucking roof? Like, he just climbed up
Kira,
the
hey,
side of this
I
building?
would not put that past
He's a
Kira.
freak.
Kira's a freak.
He is a freak.
Like,
that
yeah.
is in his playbook.
Yeah, like just the
That's
fact
crazy.
Killer
been-
Queen has already touched that.
So cool.
It is like for me, just overall, I think my favorite stand in the series is Killer Queen.
Killer Queen went so good. Yeah.
Like Kira just as a character, like obviously in part 4, he's my favorite.
Like, Killer Queen is such a simplistic stand, but it's also like it's so funny. Like,
Well, yeah, but like just the way that they go about handling it, the way that they go about handling it makes it seem more powerful than what it already is. And just the way that they handle it, I think, gives it levity, I guess, is a good way of putting it.
and that you look at and you're like, it doesn't seem very good. Like,
Yeah. But then whenever
Well,
they
that's the
actually put it
perfect
into
sand
play,
for a serial killer like him.
well, yeah, that's the thing is they make it match the character so well that you're
Allows him to
like,
kill
I
people
would not
without
doubt
leaving a
this.
trace.
Yeah, like
will-
it is
and
the
I will
perfect
say-
stand for Kira.
another thing is how they go from it's like, oh, just what he touches turns into bombs. It's like, oh, well, that doesn't seem too impressive until he starts turning invisible shit into bombs. Like,
Yeah, because the fact that
until I turn a cloud of dust into a fucking nuke. Like,
yeah, the fact that he gets upgrades over time, I think is really cool too. The fact that he also powers up, is like a really cool thing. Like how he incorporates Stray Cat and then he gets hit with or how he gets like the arrow, I think is like a really well done thing. Like he basically gets his own Requiem card, you know what I mean?
that's what I'm gonna ask. Do you guys classify Bites the Dust version as a Requiem?
Yes.
Well, obviously. They just didn't have
Yeah.
a name for it yet.
That is for sure a Requiem stand. 100%. He was just too cocky, and that's how he lost.
Exactly. Like, he literally should have just ended it when he killed, like, most of them.
Yep.
But
I
he's like,
will say-
nah.
Kira was such a good villain.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Bad death.
Speaking of villains, kind of the opposite. Like, I love him, but, like, Diavolo, like, I know I've talked about this before. Like, his character just doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why someone like him is so obsessed with no one knowing who he is. Like, what created this obsession with him? I mean, obviously,
Well-
the easy answer is he's fucking crazy. But, like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's
Well,
like,
no. Okay,
he's
the whole
one
idea.
of the richest, most powerful people in the world, pretty much.
Well, okay.
And, like, the
I can
thought
see
of
it.
a daughter existing is enough for him to just do all this.
No. The
Doesn't make
whole
sense to
idea of
me.
Diavolo, right? The reason why he doesn't want to be known is the fact that once he is known, it paints a target on his back.
Yeah, but
Not
that
only
does-
is that,
I don't think that's yeah, but that doesn't matter to him.
well, not only that, but think about it like this, right? Like La Squadra, right? Where they're
Yeah.
like, why do we take orders from this guy? He's like, listen, I'll show you why.
Yeah,
and
like,
did
he
that
doesn't need to be hidden in the shadows for that.
guy? We don't even know who he
He
is.
could
We
just-
just pass by the street, like,
He could be just like Dio if he wanted to. Like he doesn't gain anything from being the guy in the shadows.
I think the fact that he still does everything
And
from the
besides,
shadows
but that's the thing,
and
though.
pulls off like brutal tasks or whatever improves his strength and or power, I think grants him more worth.
But it just doesn't make sense to me because he's willing to die for this. Like,
Well, yeah.
he personally goes out to kill his daughter, puts himself at risk. Like,
well, but here's the thing: it's also a double-edged sword of he is aware that he is inhabiting Doppio's body, right? He is
Yeah.
aware, while Doppio isn't. So it's kind of hard to have a fucking 16-year-old looking guy go in front of a group of assassins and be like, "Yep, I'm your boss."
That is a good point.
That's not true at all because, I mean, he can switch pretty fast. Like,
but here's the thing,
because look at it this way, John. What if he only interacted with the mobsters as Diavolo and then just lived as Doppio? Like, wouldn't that be the smarter move? Like, what does he get from being so fierce about no one knowing who he is at all? He has a secret identity.
If you're under the impression that the person you pass by on you on your street could be your boss, and could have you killed at any moment.
But he still has that either way. I think it would be more scary. Like, it'd be Dio, because it's like, this guy can fucking instantly kill you, like, from anywhere. Like, I think that would be worse, knowing that he's that strong.
Idea of...
It just doesn't make sense to me that he's so obsessed with it.
For me, I think it's a thing of, like, the idea of the mystery behind it, but still, like, the strength that he's able to purvey with what he does, really sets him apart.
But I don't think that's the case, though. Because he starts this whole, like, hiding himself before he's even really powerful or anything. Like, the exception starts when he, like,
he doesn't want to be known, obviously.
Buries her under his floorboards. When the obsession assumedly starts and he burns down the entire, like, village, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, that was just him crazy and being obsessed with hiding himself.
Well, I mean, it makes him... Because, yet again, I think he's obsessed. I think he's obsessed. Well, obviously, he's obsessed with becoming the most, like, invisible person.
Yeah,
but then once
understand.
well, he's trying to pull the strings from the background, obviously, and he's... Well, yeah.
Because I'm saying...
But he wants to eliminate that one trace, which is his daughter.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense to me, because why does he... Like, okay, so obviously he's confident, but at the end of the day...
That is his one tie. That is his one tie to the whole world.
Look at this like this, Josh. At the same time, like, he's hidden and everything. If he just never interacted with his daughter, they would have never found him at all. Like, all they had to go on was, he looks kind of like her. Like think of it like that, Josh. If they just lit him, like, just never did anything, like his villain, because everyone was going after, because you have to understand, everyone was going after Trish, not to, like, find the boss, but to get the boss to come, because they thought he'd come to rescue his daughter, which he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, like, the assassins would have taken his daughter and probably have tortured and eventually killed her for him, pretty much. Like, they would just, like, I don't know. Oh, wait, I did just think of something, actually. Never mind. Because, wait a second. Okay. Now, I just thought of something, big brain.
Okay,
the one assassin, what the fuck is it? Babyhead, whatever. If he got Trish, he might be able to use her to send his thing to kill Diavolo.
That's true.
Maybe. Maybe that's why he was so obsessed with it. He didn't want that guy to get his hands on it.
Wait, Babyhead is, like, the computer guy?
Yeah, the guy that could make...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Based on DNA.
Well, another thing, keep in mind like this, right? Diavolo is another being living inside Doppio, right?
Yeah.
Doppio, like, obviously a criminal, but do y'all think he's, like, a hardcore villain?
Well,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
He's not, like, a hardcore villain.
No, think of it like this. It'd just be like Superman and Batman. He would, during the day, he'd be Doppio, but at night he'd be Diavolo and controlling his organization. He could just swap.
For me,
'cause
I
clearly,
just see.
you can tell he's the one in control. He tells Doppio
Yeah.
what to do.
The risk of eventually, like, what if they do that so often and then Doppio becomes like aware, quote unquote,
Why
and
would
then
he be
he
concerned about that?
Well,
You could say
okay.
the
The
same
way
thing
I
about him just
see,
hiding. Like, it's the same.
the way I
Doppio-
see, like Diavolo, right?
Like, I just think his
I
organization
see-
would run better if he didn't just have to hide himself all the time.
I always just see Diavolo like at least
'Cause he's
2
not a
steps ahead of
coward.
his opponents.
He's not hiding
Right?
in fear. He's clearly not a coward. Like,
Yeah.
he goes to do the deeds himself. It's not
Like
for
he's
fear.
proved his strength.
It's a
Yeah.
weird obsession. It's not fear that he's hiding. He's not scared of Doppio. Like, he just does not. He's just so obsessed with no one knowing who he
He
is.
wants to be hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an obsession. I guess it's probably because he's literally hiding in Doppio already, and it just has this weird perception of like, I want to stay hidden inside things. Like, I don't want anything to ever see me. Anything that
Well,
does see me dies.
Well, I
'Cause,
think
yeah, I think it's
all-
just because he's
no, no,
crazy
no.
and has a crazy obsession.
I think it's also a fact that like Doppio himself.
I don't think there's any
Obviously, like-
logic to it. is what
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying.
I feel like there might be like a thing here where it's a thing where he's protecting his own vessel, right? Where because obviously in the fight with
But-
like
But that's the thing. That's the thing. If you're saying his goal is to protect Doppio, he wouldn't start this crazy organization in the first place.
well,
That's not his
yet
goal.
again,
If he wanted to protect Doppio, he wouldn't be a criminal.
it's
mastermind.
protecting his vessel. So like he wanted to do that, where it was like he becomes hidden, and then obviously my best example is the fight with like Metallica or whatever,
Yeah, but
where he's
once
like
again,
he doesn't
that's not
like
true.
awaken immediately.
once again,
or
that's
whatever.
not true. If he wanted to
Okay.
protect Doppio, he wouldn't have Doppio go to face Metallica and whatnot. Like, he wouldn't have Doppio go there at all. If
But he
wanted to
knows
protect
that he can
Doppio.
beat Metallica.
Yeah, but he couldn't.
But I feel it's like a thing of protecting his own vessel.
But he couldn't
Right.
beat Metallica. He would have died to Metallica. The only reason he saved is Narancia happens to show up.
Yeah,
That is true.
So
That is true.
if his goal is to protect Doppio, he would have never gone in the first place.
because he would have been. Yeah,
He
that
would've
is a good
died.
point. He would have been dead in that fight.
He would have died. If Narancia was not there, he would have just died. So I don't
'Cause they
think it
would
has
have no
anything to
idea.
do with protecting Doppio. And for example, he goes to the Coliseum himself.
That
Like,
is a
he's
good
not
point.
trying to protect Doppio at all. He just
'Cause
is
I would've thought-
obsessed with killing
'cause,
his
yeah,
daughter
my-
and becoming hidden. It's just a
Yeah.
weird obsession. It's not a. I don't think there's logic to it. It's not like he wants to protect himself because he clearly has
'Cause-
no problem with getting his hands dirty. If he
Yeah,
wanted to
like
protect
my
himself,
only
he would just live in a bunker and never leave. Just
yeah
send
my only
messages.
backup is what you had said is like obviously if they get like the computer
Yeah,
guy to
the
do
computer
the
guy.
DNA thing.
But if that was the case, he would have just killed that guy. But he doesn't. He tries to kill Trish because he already doesn't like the assassin guys already.
Well,
If that's what he was scared of, he would have just killed that guy, which he doesn't. So that's clearly not an issue to him either. He's not scared of that guy sending his stand. He'd just kill it. So once again, I think it's just a crazy, like, insane man's obsession. Just this
Well-
obsession with not being seen, no one knowing him. Just not
I don't know,
wanting-
like because Diavolo isn't always like there technically speaking.
Yeah, I think he's just an insane guy that is just obsessed.
Because
I don't
obviously
think
you
there's
have
logic to it.
you have Doppio on one end where it's like, oh, I'm like, I'm, would you guys
Sheltered.
classify? Yeah, shelter's a good word.
Yeah.
Sheltered like down low, while Doppio like, God, we
Daddy
were just
Doppio
mentioning the
takes
name.
care of all his problems for him.
Diavolo, yeah, like
Diavolo's just
Diavolo's
like,
like the
"Don't worry,
one that's
buddy."
like, yeah, Diavolo's like looking over Doppio in a way.
But he's
It's
not
not
protecting him.
like it's not protective. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, it's possessive.
It's
He
possessive.
owns
Yeah.
him. He tells him what to do. You do what I say.
It is very interesting the way they pull that off.
Yeah. It's just like I think he's just crazy, and that's why I can't understand his goals and motives because they don't make sense to me because he's crazy. It's
That-
like think of all the stuff he goes through. Just he has all of his best men killed trying to kill Trish, and they all die. And then he eventually goes, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself," and goes to kill them on his own. So he like the fear of like obviously he's confident. He's like doesn't think he'll lose, but it's still like
Well,
he at least if he's smart as he seems, he at least is aware there's danger to it, so he wouldn't.
well, yeah.
He would just be like, all right, well, guess I'm not getting her. But he's obsessed with leaving no traces, and he wants to finish Trish off.
Because for me, I always saw like Diavolo, as I said before, I see Diavolo as like always 2 steps ahead. In a way.
I don't see him
Where,
like that.
like-
I see him as more just he has so many resources just to throw at things. He never seems like he's ahead of them. He's always behind them. In fact, he uses them to get ahead. Like, for example, he doesn't even figure out where like the rock is. He just waits for them to find it for him. Like, he just has a lot of resources that he uses. Like, I don't think he's particularly
for me,
smart
I just
guy.
always saw him as 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, I don't think
So
I
it's like-
disagree. I think he just
I don't
has a
know.
lot of resources that he throws at this.
Because like
He never comes off as like a intelligent mastermind. All the moves he makes are kind of not smart.
you
anything.
see his moves that he makes are always late.
They're late. They're behind. You could
I-
like the
For
prime
me,
example,
I always saw that as like
like
you know,
like if he was ahead, he would be
he
waiting.
would foresee that.
He would foresee
What
it.
I-
He'd be waiting for them.
Yeah.
But he waits for them.
I
to
see
find
where
it
you're coming
for
from.
him.
Yeah.
And for example,
Now
with the Colosseum thing, he doesn't know where the arrow is. He waits for them to find the arrow for him, and then uses them to get to Polnareff.
For me, I see that as being like ahead of step, for where it's like you don't actually have to look for it.
Step is implying that you already figured out what they don't know. He's
Well-
behind them. He just uses them like he uses everyone else. to
Yeah,
get his
he
goals,
uses them to know where it is.
which
Like
isn't ahead of them. He's behind them. He uses them to catch up.
I don't know. I see it the other way around.
The
But-
only times he's ahead is when he springboards off of their successes.
I don't know.
If you
I
wanna
see it
look
the
at
other
it
way
like
around,
that.
personally.
I don't.
But
'Cause he's like towards the end, he's literally just pretty much following them and just as Doppio and just kind of watching them and waiting until he figures out where the arrow is.
I don't know, because that's the way I see it. Is like I always saw him as like at least 1 or 2 steps ahead. But obviously
No.
he's like
I never saw him as
He's-
like a particularly smart character. He always seemed more
No.
like the just big brutish type. Not really. particularly
I
smart.
give him. I don't know if I give him more credit than he's worth, but like I
I
definitely
think
like.
you do.
I don't know.
Because I would
Maybe it's
say
because I like him.
I'd say Poochie was more of a 2 steps ahead type character.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Like,
Poochie is
he
definitely
was-
like the.
that was an example
the
of he's scheming,
larger
he's ahead
brain.
of them
Yeah,
the whole time. But with Poochie,
but he
with,
had. I just think
Diavolo,
he had
it seems
advantage.
He's more behind.
Like
I think he
feel
has
like
the same advantage Diavolo did. Pretty much,
Mm,
he ruled that.
no.
He ruled that prison with an iron fist. I mean, he was doing pretty much
Like-
the same thing Diavolo was. He was hiding in plain sight, pretending to be the priest while manipulating everyone in the shadows. Get what he wants.
Well,
Pretty similar.
but they pretty quickly found out that it was obviously
yeah,
Poochie.
But that's because he wasn't really hiding.
He
it.
wasn't
didn't
hiding
care.
it. Yeah,
Unlike,
but I feel like
unlike
the
Diavolo,
hiding
who's obsessed
aspect
with
of
it.
Diavolo. Yeah, like
That's
I
the
feel like the
difference.
hiding aspect of Diavolo was
okay, look at it like this way.
okay.
Think of it like this: if Diavolo had simply, instead of because he wanted to hide and protect his identity, imagine if he on that island just went and killed all of them. But he's obsessed with hiding his identity, so he doesn't do that. Like he could have easily killed like all of the like members of Bucciarati's gang after killing Bucciarati and Trish, well, almost killing Trish. But he doesn't. He runs away because he's like, "Aha! I've done my job. Now I can go hide." Not knowing obviously that about Giorno's powers. You assume he won.
Mhm.
But if he was, steps ahead and like super smart, he'd be like, "Oh, I should probably kill the rest of the gang." But he is more obsessed with hiding himself and lurking this out. He's like, "Oh, it's not worth risking it. They might see me and get away." So he just leaves because he can't hide out in the open like that. Like, I think it's just an odd obsession. I don't think he's smart or anything. He's just obsessed with being hidden.
Well, now here's the question: who do y'all think would win, Dio or Diavolo?
Depends. What? Okay. Whoa. All
We
right.
don't know
whoa.
how the powers work because we never see them interact.
No, but I'm saying,
So theoretically speaking, are what like
I'd
what
say
Dio are we
Diavolo.
talking about?
part,
Like end of part 3?
yeah.
Because just powers wise, I think Diavolo, because he could see the future, see Dio's about to stop time, skip past him stopping time, and then just kill him.
I
Like
don't
I
know,
think
because
he
like
beats time stopping because he can see them
no,
time stopping and then skip past it.
I
Yeah,
don't think
the time stop inside of it, I think it cancels out.
Yeah, because it's just that's how it
what?
always works. It skips. Yeah, so the way I've heard it described is basically his power works like video editing. He uses empath to see the future. Then he uses the time skip part to edit out the parts he doesn't like and edit in the parts that he wants. So he could see the future, see that the time's going to be stopped, edit out the time stopping part, and then just leave in him like punching them. Because he can't do, unlike
No,
Dio.
I feel like it's the part where if he goes to edit out, it would get to the point where it's like, oh, time is stopped, and then it cuts it short. So it would like
No.
it would just
Here's the
time would stop, but he also is stopped. Like he can't keep
Well,
doing it.
yeah, because like
No,
what
no.
I imagined,
Diavolo
right?
can't hurt anyone during his time skips.
Yeah, he can.
Anyways, no, he can't.
Well, yeah, you can.
No, he cannot. It's
Bucciarati.
no. He skips time and then punches him. It's because your brain can't keep up with the time skipping. He can't during the time skip. He can't hurt you. He can just move into position to hurt you. It doesn't work like that. So basically, what actually happens is Bucciarati punches the pillar, finds him. So what he does is he cancels out that part of him punching the pillars
Okay.
and hitting Diavolo, and instead he walks behind Bucciarati and punches him through the chest after it skips. He can't it doesn't work like top stop time, where he can just because otherwise it would just be time stopping.
So basically, my brother is grabbing his me and moving it into place
Like I
for
said,
whenever
it's
he
like
is ready.
It's like when you edit a video, he cuts out the parts he doesn't like and adds in what he wants. So like as it shows, Bucciarati punches the pillar, but then ends up, like it shows it like he was behind the pillar the whole time, kind of thing.
So let's run this back for a second, right? So it would be Dio, right? And assumedly they'd be the same place where they fought, like, Jotaro in that moment in time, right?
Yeah. Instead of Diavolo shows up to buy arrows, and instead of he's like, damn, I'm just gonna kill Dio and take the rest of his arrows, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So it'd be like, what I'm imagining is Dio stops time, Epitaph or whatever sees
The future.
the moment in which he stops time.
Yeah.
And it's almost like
He cut that part out.
I wouldn't say it's like a blank, but he sees like the fact that I don't know, because I'm thinking about how like stop time works. He
Well, I'm
can see
saying-
Dio just getting closer, I imagine. Right? Like I just see like
So Epitaph is stronger when he is has King Crimson, when he's not
yeah.
Doppio. So he'd see the whole picture. Because basically his stand works by fighting fate, And so he can see what fate has ordained, and he can rewrite it however he chooses. So basically he could, with, obviously as Diavolo, he could see the whole, basically he'd see it like a whole video of like, oh, Dio's going to stop time here. I'm just going to cut before that and just punch him.
I don't know. Because I feel like stop time or whatever could be stronger than that, but it is really.
I don't think so, because he can just cut out the time stopping.
Well, it's really just how Epitaph sees that, right? Because
well, yeah, he'd see it like anything else.
Well, how would
he
he
see it
interpret? How would he interpret stop time?
I mean, the same way he does when he skips time. It effectively stops time when he does that.
So it would be the fact that
it's just like when he fights Giorno, like it seems like time stops while he's like thinking of how to skip it. You know, it
So
like moves in slow motion.
how
and
this
whatnot.
works is Dio stops time. He sees the after effects or whatever, not Dio actually doing what he does. So, for example, he sees, like, I don't know, like, depends on what Dio does. If Dio decides to get flashy with it, he throws knives or whatever and, like, surrounds him with knives, right?
Yeah.
So he would see like, it would be one moment, Dio is, like, walking toward him. Dio stops time, and immediately after that, he sees knives all around him.
Yeah, that's probably how it would work. Yeah.
Because that's what I imagined.
And then he just cuts that part out because you have to, because obviously time stopping is a very short frame of time.
Yeah, it's like, what, 3 seconds?
At max, it's 12 seconds, but less than that. So it's like 9 seconds because, some of that's JoJo's time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could easily, skip past that.
Well, okay, it depends also. How long, like,
Well,
can
we were
he
never-
skip?
we don't really
We
see
never
for
learned the
sure.
limitations of,
Basically, the
what
way
is
they
it?
show it is like
Time
droplets
skip.
falling. I mean, it seems about the same as the time stopping, I'd say, because like he drops like one blood drop and then drops like a bunch after the skip.
Because to me, we never learned, like, obviously, like, the time frame that, like, time skip takes the,
Yeah, because it's instant.
advantage.
He doesn't really have to count
Yeah.
like Dio does. It all happens instantly when he does it.
So would
Basically,
he
most of the
be?
time skipping happens in Diavola's head. Think of it like that. Like
Yeah.
it's him. Basically, Diavola gets to plan out how he wants something to happen. He gets to rewrite it, like he's writing out in a book. So like they show it when he's like at first when he uses it against Requiem, Jorno. He's like,
Jono.
oh,
Yeah.
I see, and he gets to see like everything. He sees that Mista's about to shoot him in the back, and when his original plan to skip time there was to just move out of the way and allow all the bullets to shoot him, and that's how he's going to rewrite the time skip and just end up out of the way and then kill Trish and move himself so he can kill Trish. But obviously, Jorno, you will never reach this fate. But yeah, because that's how it works. So he would see Dio being like, I'm about to fucking obliterate with you like 100 knives, and be like, I'm actually, I rewrote that, and I'm actually going to punch you in the back of that head. Is how it works.
Why?
It's
'Cause,
literally
yeah,
actually is basically how it works.
I don't know, cause like I don't know, cause I'm
That's
weirdly on
why-
Dio's side for this, which is really weird.
I just don't think that's true.
Anyway,
'Cause-
what are we at for the podcast also? 'Cause we've
Oh,
been
okay,
yapping.
John.
We've been talking about JoJo for a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
We're at 2 hours and 32 minutes. This is the longest one by far because we just talked about JoJo.
Yeah,
Damn.
we might want to hit this one up. This is the longest podcast.
Yeah, I hope they like JoJo because yeah, we talked about that for like an hour.
We're JoJo Maniacs.
We truly are fiends.
That
Yeah, I guess we'll wrap that up there.
is a good point. Viewers,
we're
if we wanna see more, JoJo content, you know what I mean? Like, we are willing to talk about it. Obviously, we're fiends.
Had to
But,
stop our good lord.
Yeah, we're, please. I can go into JoJo all day, but depends. John, do you want to close this out, or you want me to close this out?
All of you close down.
Okay. Amen. All right. Let me run this one up as I always do. All right, dear viewers, we have you should have a wealth of content tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you decide to listen to this. Let me just say, the variety of content and humor, perhaps, that we managed to provide is brazy. But to be honest with you, I hope you enjoyed. This is a grandiose podcast, as it always is. Run this one up. Bless up. But in all reality, I really hope you do have a good one.
And with that, I think we're going to sign out here. Good night, everybody.
Why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad, little bitch? Why you talk? Why you talk? Ho, get on my dick. I don't like you. I don't like you. Why you talking shit? You always pressing, always stressing shit. I don't need you. I don't need you. Ain't my fucking pick. Back up off me. Back up off me. You ain't gon' do shit. You a liar. You a liar. Hell gon' burn this bitch. You on fire. You on fire. Dude's a fucking snitch. Like a Myers. Like a Myers. I'ma kill this shit. I don't relax. She gon' relapse on my dick. Going crazy. Like I'm Gacy. I'm too fast, you can't pace me. You fucking lazy, staying in you fucking pasty. Like my ass, yo bitch a cow, she eating grass. All on that, bitch I'm back, fish moving, she calling back. I marked her ass like a tat. It's not fiction, no first act or a second. I got her guessing.